Going on, ladies and gentlemen? Hope you're all doing well. It's go time, man. Let's get some tournament action in. So tonight it's going to be a double elimination SFT, which means you play one tournament or one faction the entire way through the whole tournament. Pretty straightforward, very beginner friendly. And I'm going to be playing the Empire and probably losing to Greenskins or something like that early on. So let's get this going and get the tournament started. Nice lineups. We only gave a couple hours notice that you managed to get 22 players. So now what we're going to be doing is, let's do this. All right. And there we go. Cool. So we're going to go to the tournament page. Let's go to the admin, and now we are going to generate the bracket. So tonight is also kind of a test to make sure the double elimination brackets work. So hopefully everything goes well. Generate bracket, and yes. So now we're going to generate the bracket. We don't need a seed by rating yet. We can do that down the road if we want to, which is kind of cool. Can have a little bit of ELO matters. And brackets. All right, should be generating now. Let's see if it works. Oh, yeah, it's loading right now. Okay. There it is. I know. The Knights Panther are going to be nice. Yeah, I think, flavor-wise, the Knights Panther are going to be probably the best in the Beastmen matchup. A hard counter against Centaurs. So we got Mr. Hill on Chaos Dwarves and then Adler on High Elves after if we manage to win. So here's the brackets for tonight, guys. Everybody go get your opponents, and there's going to be a bottom side bracket as well. So if we lose, we go down to the pits, and it's all good in the neighborhood. All right, GLH to the F. So let's get it. Let's freaking get it. All right, so this is going to be Turin versus Hill. He is going to be on the Dowie Czar. Could have put map bans in, I guess, but not the end of the world. It's okay. It's a little more chill tonight, Mr. Hill. Isn't that Stinky Beans? Shoot me a message, Mr. Hill. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, look at that. Wow, and it pings everybody. Oh, that's so nice. Check it out. So, yeah, that's huge, actually. Cool. So it pings your opponents for you. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, that's so incredibly nice. Shout out Marshall there. Empire versus Chorfs. All right, so the map for the round is going to be what? So we are in round number 1. Man, this new website is so much nicer. You got 3. You got to buy a round, yeah. It happens. You can wait atop your throne of skulls and see who's going to be coming. All right, so Ragnarok Lair is going to be the map. We have Stinky Beans in here. That's always great. You got to love the Stinky Beans. And now we need to go ahead and get rid of the team here. Okay, so the fun should be back to normal. Let's get the blocker up. Have some fun. Turn on Empire feels right. I don't even think they're my strongest faction anymore. I actually think I've kind of dropped off with Empire. I would say I'm pretty high level at like Nurgle, Warriors of Chaos right now. Like I can compete at a high level with them, but Empire, I need to polish my blade. You got to get the dub. I know, Adler, I know. We need to face each other. I'm trying to think about this matchup. There's a whole bunch of ways to approach it that are kind of interesting. Hey, Pickle, thank you. Looking forward to the stream. Out of all the incoming Empire units, which one are you the most excited for? And do you think Okay, the Knights Panther are probably... No, Gondola, I'm not doing it, dude. I don't want to be fooled. I don't know if you're trolling with me. Although, honestly, I do think it's fine. If they go double Death Shrieker behind the tree line, though, I could be cooked. That's 100% the case. So you gotta be careful. I'm doing really good. Okay, so... I think Knights Panther and Knights of the White Wolf are going to be the most impactful, probably. Knights Panther just are so good. They're shock cav with anti-large. I think the Warriors of Ulrich are going to be whatever. I think State Troopers will still be better in most cases. I think that the Tutagen Guard will have some fringe matchups, but I suspect they're going to be like 1400. Wolfkin will probably be decent in some of the Chaos matchups as well, but I think Knights Panther, hands down, are going to be the GOATs, if I had to say so myself. I think that is the case. All right, how the hell do we play this matchup? Yeah, it's been a hot minute here. Got to see what the evil Dowies are going to be doing. Yes. He's ready already. I don't like that. I don't like when your opponents are so confident that they just ready up right away. It's always a little bit sketchy. I actually don't hate that. Wolfkin versus Dwarves, yeah, they'll see some play there, but they're very weak to blasting charges. Wolfkin have like 30 armor, so they get blasted pretty good. Yeah, you got to watch out for that. Dude, readying up early is really a power move, dude. He just flexed on me pretty hard, you know, making me sweat some bullets, dude. Yeah, evil Dowies are upon us. All right, so aside from that, yeah, Wolfkin are very, very vulnerable units. Very vulnerable, but they're cool. They're very cool. I think the Knights Panther are going to be the most impactful unit because like they're so good against Centaurs. They're going to be good, you know, trade well enough against like any big armor. Like Knights of the Realm are a top tier unit, one of the best units on the Bretonnian roster, and Empire's getting their own version of that basically, right? So that's pretty goated. Stinky Beans is a great name. Yeah, I don't know what foul schemes he's got. I don't know what he is going to be cooking with here. We're going to see. The beans come first and then the stink later. Yeah, I mean, sure. You're not wrong about that. Show the Chowie. I know. I wish I did have some Ulrich units right now. I wouldn't be upset about that at all. I would not be unhappy about a little bit of Ulrich magic coming to help the boys out. Yeah, this map is tricky. Hey, what's up, Vindicare? Oh, dude, I was just watching your stream. I tuned in right as you were ending. I was like, I'm too weak. I was watching you do a little bit of a Dow 2 Elite mod. Let me just make sure everything's starting good with the tourney. No drama. Good. And we will see what happens with the bottom side. Yeah, the Hurricanum, I didn't get a chance to play with it, so I can't draw any conclusions. Okay, I should probably focus on my freaking build right now. Holy shit. Yeah, I kind of like that idea. It's kind of fun. And then... do we end den or do we no end den? I think the answer is always end den. All right, so that's going to be going there. We want a couple of you guys. Baseline, yes. Good, good. I think these will get in the mix. Yeah, Elite Mod is great. Elite Mod is just amazing, dude. Big fan of it. Big fan. Yeah, there's definitely some cheese I think you can do here as the Empire. Gonna need to get you guys out. Yes. And then I think maybe one of you homies will be fine. Yes and yes. So aside from the rest of the picks, I'm gonna try something. It could be a disaster or it could work out really well. We'll have to see. I want to find an excuse to use Theodor Bruckner. I really do, man. But it's just so hard to find a reason to bring him, you know? Blazing Suns are not very good here because they do fire damage. And, like, the whole Dowies roster is just like, I don't care about fire. As a matter of fact, we love it. So you probably don't want to go that angle. You know, it's a little bit tricky, I would say. All right, so... we have Vanguard deployment options. I think you are going to be satisfying some grudges, maybe. Do we want to do that? I don't know. So it's these guys, yes and yes. And then all these homies are here. Then maybe mix in one of these. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Nice. No, we're playing Chaos Dwarves. Yeah. Just taking my time with the build, so apologies to my opponent, but, you know, gotta get it right here. Get it right, get it tight. Okay, so that's fine. And then maybe we mix in one of you guys. Yeah, I think is a decent little utility piece. So we got, what, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, this is cheeky. This is a little bit cheeky here. I don't know how it's going to work out. Hopefully well. Do I need to bring more demogryphs, or are demogryphs even necessary here? Probably going to be fine. All right, guys. Good luck. Have fun. I am going to do some weirdness. This is off meta, but that's why we play these tournaments, right? This is a test. A test of metal to see if it is going to be getting done. Do we need any of those? I don't think so. And could squeeze in one of these guys. All right, that looks fine to me. This is kind of cool, actually. I like this build. It's interesting. Has some weaknesses, but you know, some strengths as well. The Hound, favorite character in Game of Thrones. Hey, Turin. My place has been infested by Nurgle, and the bedbugs are running amok. Oh god, that's rough, dude. Sorry to hear that. That is a nightmare. Any tips for countering this strategy? I'm pretty sure when it comes to Nurgle infestations, or in your case, bedbugs, which is the same thing. You kind of have to go Scorched Earth. Yeah, it requires some pretty extreme measures. I had a roommate in college who had a pretty nasty situation in his little part of the apartment. Yeah, you guys set the whole house on fire, right? I don't actually know off the top of my head though, so yeah, I would read up on that, man. That sounds rough. I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks though. That sucks a big old one right there. All right. Let's do this and do that. You got to go Scorched Earth though. That is one of the few things I remember about that. Yeah, give your money to an exterminator. Yeah, there you go. So I am doing a double Empire Captain. So the Empire Captains are going to be chilling. And they are going to be... I don't know where that went. Hold on one sec, guys. Okay, there we go. And using them to snipe the SE artillery if there is any, but also contributing to the fights a little bit, right? So we'll get you in the middle. Yes, and we're going to put some Free Company Militia, RORs, and Vanguard there. Then we can send a couple Spearmen down to this objective too. We do have the Black Lions because, you know, somebody, Gondola mentioned it, and I got excited. I'm not going to lie. I got a little bit excited for this, so... it is what it is. Yeah, you know, I'm not going to say no to a cool-ass unit. Even if it does cost me the game, I gotta do it. Yeah, bedbugs are extremely tenacious and your mattress is a lost cause. Yeah, probably getting rid of the mattress would be a decent start. I would wager. I don't know, though. I don't know. Okay, last bit about the bedbugs before we focus up. My ex got bedbugs at her uni place. Bad landlord. She hired professionals to fumigate the entire apartment. Did nothing. Had to take everything that wasn't metallic or plastic. Jesus. Oh my god, yeah. That sounds gnarly. Okay, I need to wake up. I need to focus here. All right, so let's do this. You guys are going to get up and get that. Let's get you guys coming up here. Do this, and you're going to go get this one here, and that is a Deathstreaker rocket launcher. All right, so we're going to go back there with the boys, and this Hellblaster volley gun is just going to go over this way and chill. So that is Iron Demon and Iron Demon. Wowza, that is a whole bunch of Iron Demons. Okay, so the Deathstreakers are going to cruise. We're going to cruise towards the Deathstreaker. I do have Final Transmutation, so I need to pop Staff of Valance and get that going. And let's rip some shots here, yeah? So this is going to be sketchy. I need to get the Demogryph Knights out very quick, because I am potentially going to get wrecked here. Alright, so we're going to do this, and you guys are just going to weasel back here and force him to summon some shit out. Rip a shot, and then get back. We got to yield this objective. We can't try and hold this down. Alright, so let's shoot the Iron Demon. We're going to call in probably some Empire Knights, something of that sort, to try and do our thing. We're going to go ahead and fly back here, and then you're going to get in the trees. And we do get some decent firepower on those guys. Good. Let's keep dodging this. You guys move back up on the point. And, yep, keep shooting at those Iron Demons right there. And the artillery is going to be singing in the deep. So now what we're going to do is just zip across, detach these guys off, and see what he's going to call in. I'm actually going to go chill in the corner a little bit, see if he's even paying attention here. And Astro Chad is getting blasted pretty good. All right, good. So Empire Captain number 1. Has he called anything in yet? Yeah, because I don't want to get put in a silly situation here. So let's do this and this, get you guys back. And that is going to be a Flamestorm of Doom. And so far, let's get you postured up, pull you back. I think we call in the Demogryph Knights. Yeah, we're going to need them in a second. All right, so he did call something in, so we're going to get on that Deathstreaker, and you're going to come over here and probably just dogpile in on this one. All right, so he is getting lit up. I got to retreat you back because the rockets are doing good damage. And from here, we call in, I think, Demogryph Knights. Yeah, to try and deal with this. Cool, so he's going to come for my my business. And it looks like back here, yeah, that's going to be one Deathstreaker that's going to be offline. So that's huge. But let's make sure we don't lose our Black Lions. So we're going to get those all the way back right now. Get you guys back as well. Spearman going to come up. Astro Chad, you know, obviously a juicy target for the Final Transmutation. Let's get you guys back. And how are we looking over here? I think we just win this. Yeah, we just keep spam clicking on that, and I'm pretty sure we win it. All right, so he blobbed up here a little bit. I don't know if he's going to stay the course there. Let's get the Demogryph Knights to sweep in and deal with them. He's trying to snipe Gelts, but now we just kind of loop the wagons over here. We're going to call in some big heavy hitters here in a minute. All right, you guys keep shooting, and the Demogryph Knights are going to screen those guys out. Let's get the Spearmen moving up, and we could go back there with Demis and do like a big charge. I don't hate that idea. All right, so the two Empire Captains are paying for themselves. We've gotten that broken, which is very good. Let's get you guys up. Outriders are going to come here, and in the back, we just call it some Empire Knights to run down these haggard goblins, and you guys scurry back this way. Yes, yes. All right, so, yep, I think we just keep chilling. That is going to be one Deathstreaker down, so now we just kind of focus on this, and we're going to go after the other Deathstreaker with our Demis and have Gelts on standby for Final Transmutations, which is going to be the idea. All right, so he's still chasing me here. Not a huge deal. I should be able to wheel these guys around and get on you, and you're going to go ahead and keep shooting at Astrogoth. The trains, though, are causing a bit of havoc. They are, and I'm pretty sure we win that fight here. He might call out Bull Central Renders, but I will be ready with the Final Transmutation. And we just got to keep you guys alive. Yeah, just keep these Black Lions alive for the late game, and then we're basically cooking, right? So that's going to be going. Good. That's going to be both Death Shriekers offline. Points are fine. We're not in any dire straits with points. And how the hell are these guys still over here? Holy shit. All right, let's run you guys down, get you back a little bit. These Empire Knights, got caught up, or these skirmishers. But yeah, we are getting both of his Death Shriekers offline. That's pretty massive to get those offline so early in the game. And then we can just kind of focus on this one objective here and keeping the Black Lions alive, basically. All right, so you guys fight those Hobgoblins. The Black Lions can now turn and start just mowing down whatever they can hit. So we're going to shoot at the Iron Demon right there. And yeah, that thing should be shattered and dead. All right, great. So now we just come down here, secure our point, and we do a slow push out. Because we've outvalued our opponent pretty heavily with the characters. Let's move you up. Empire Knights go run that shit down. Let's get the guns moving. And his army should be pretty raggedy now. How are the Empire captains, by the way, taking so much damage over there from those guys? Seems pretty egregious. All right, that's going to be a nice little flamestorm. But ultimately, we should be able to hold on to that. I don't think it's going to be a problem. And let's just start calling in Reichsguard Knights and just good quality mobility pieces. Just put a little bit of shooting down right here. Those guys do get chased. And the Black Lions are putting the hurt down on the pain train. Yeah, I need to get it offline. Let's just... I hate to do that, but I think we're just going to do it right now. Just to get it off the battlefield, All right, so now my two characters are back, and I can use them to hunt. And we got the Black Lions here that are chilling. Let's go ahead and start shooting at the Demon's Tongue. Pistoliers can just go skirmish. You guys keep unleashing here, and you guys charge up there. And that thing should be offline for now. It should be in trouble. All right, let's come across. Astro Chad trying to bunker bust that middle objective, so we can go ahead and send some greatswords down there to make sure we don't lose it. And the two captain characters are on their way back now. All right, the villainous Dowie Zar are here. They do have some Dowie Zar warriors chilling there. You guys keep skirmishing. Pro player line of sight blocking, by the way. That was very, very good. Yeah, let's just pile in and fight. See what we can do. And get the two characters to go after you. Yeah, so we'll do this and this. You get this. And we keep the Black Lion shooting at that target as well. Great. So Astro Chad is being annoying down there, but overall I think we're chilling. Let's unsummon you guys. Empire Knights can come up and start clearing the business. And you guys, let's group them together. It'll be easier to control and keep chasing. Although those are going to be Bull Central Renders, which I'm not too worried about. I think we're going to be okay against that. And yeah, it's still a very early game, so we have a lot of time to work with it. Totally forgot about my Huntsman, by the way, and we unsummon you guys. Astro Chad would be a decent little target for the two captains, that's for sure. And the Griffites are going to take a hard fight right here, but it is what it is. We leave them in the fight, and we get a final transmutation. Is it even worth it? I don't know if it's even worth it. All right, can we kill Astro Chad, by the way? I mean, he is a little bit vulnerable down there. Let's get you guys on this. See if we can do a little bit of sniping, and Pistoliers are going to drop some firepower as well. Archers are moving up. Let's get the Huntsman to unleash here, and do this and this. Call in another Empire Knight there. Good usage of my opponent's little skirmish gremlins. And how's this looking? Demogryph Knights, they get chewed up, but yeah, it is what it is. What can you do? Greatsword's coming. I do have another couple nukes on the table. Let's get you guys right here. Run them down. Need to get those Black Lions back. And we can use them to, maybe get a little something right there. All right, so the pain train is in full effect, and now it's going to be mixing with the other guys there, so we can just get a final transmutation right there, which should be pretty good. Great Swords have arrived, and the Black Lions are here. That one is going to hit hard. That is going to be Gotham's Reckoning right there. Yeah, that hits like everything. So that was a very, very good Geltoning right there. Collins on the flanks. Do we just reinforce with like Trash House units? Yeah, I think so. I think that's fine, honestly. Greatsword should hold well enough. I do have one more big final transmutation I can kind of cook with. And the Black Lions, we need to get that damn Demon's Tongue offline. It's so close to dying. Oh my goodness, look at that thing. Black Lions should be able to get it. All right, so down here, the Greatswords are going to get hit with the Flamestorm. It's a good play for my opponent. I can partially dodge it, I think, but overall, still going to cause a little bit of mischief. Points are close, but we do have the middle. And the two characters can help out versus the Bull Central Renders. And we can also get the Demogryph Knights to move back in and help out against them too. You guys counter-skirmish a little bit. And do I want to call in the Hawklands? It's kind of a pain in the ass to protect everything here, so probably just get Free Company instead. Move them up and have them shoot. And Geltz, he can throw some hands right here. The Bull Central Renders, hopefully they don't uptrade there. That'd be pretty unfortunate. I might have to use another final transmutation to actually take them offline. We're going to see. All right, so Empire Knights chill out on that objective for now, and we do have the Trash House units coming down here to help support. The Black Lions, did they finish it off? And do we win the fight here? Yes, we do. Just barely. That was a cockfight. All right, so value, I feel like I'm not as ahead as it looks. All right, so let's get a heavy cav coming up. Yes, yes, run you guys down, run the Black Lions away. We're going to attack against these guys, and the Free Company Militia need to move up right now. Yeah, they need to get going. Yeah, so we do win that. Let's get you two homies down here to go fight Astro Chad, who's just been AFKing in the units for most of the game here. So we're going to do this. The two characters, and then we just blast him with the final transmutation, and I think that ends his career. All right, Black Lions are safe. Looking awesome. You guys go down here and grab this. Free Company Militia can go secure the middle. Staff of Alons, I'm pretty sure, you know, I've used all my Winds Magic, so that is going to be that. So Colin, Spearman, and Spearman. Let's get them moving up the middle. There we go. Free Company Militia should stabilize this. For the Emperor! And final transmutation? Yeah, why not? Just blast it, dude. If I don't, it's just not going to happen, right? Alright, so Demogryph Knights can put a little bit of hurt down on that Iron Demon, and we should honestly get a kill on Astro Chad. He should go in the old trash. We're going to work up the Silver Bullets, need to unsummon the units who are injured. Silver Bullets up on the field. Spearmen move up to the field as well. Astro Chad has been taken down. Demogryph Knights having a good little fight right there, but not quite enough. But we've pretty much got him tabled off here at this point, right? I like the two Empire Captains. It's kind of like a cheeky little thing against Deathstreakers because they're cheap. And if you want to summon something that can stop them, it has to be a little bit more expensive, right? Yeah, I don't hate that. Gelt is basically just going to be a nerd right now. He's not going to do a ton of damage, but Black Lions, let's get him online, up to the middle. Good evening. Welcome to the first round of the tournament. It is the Empire vs. Chaos Dwarves. I'm playing Sigmarites tonight, of course, my peeps. My tabletop army that needs way better rules because they're super vanilla and they are not the most exciting. All right. You guys go chase. Iron Demon's going to scurry away. We got the Free Company coming down there too. Yeah, welcome. Welcome. Yes, welcome to the stream. You have finally made it. You have arrived. So that one we should be able to hammer down. Free Company Militia just ripped the shots. They have armor piercing, so they will hit hard. And what's he going to call it? Probably just going to be skirmishers mostly. Yeah, we can shoot at you guys. Get the two spears in front. I would love to have some more cav units, but it looks like they're pretty much all in the field right now. These guys over chasing in the Shadow Realm, but they might actually catch their prey eventually. So that Iron Demon somehow has returned. All right, so the two Empire Captains are going to stay hot on his case. We're going to get you guys to stay here, you guys to go here, and we do just comfortably win on the two objectives, right? So that's fine. The Black Lions, what kind of value? About 1,700 this game. Nothing too crazy. Let's get the Free Company down there. Gelt's going to throw some hands. You know, that's what he does. Pistoliers are not the worst in melee, so we're going to bring some of them out to try and screen. And Gelt, as we said, did throw some hands and was able to keep them in check, while the two Empire Captains going to keep hunting down that machine. Yeah, we killed both of the trains and two Deathstreakers. The Captains were, I would say, a pretty essential aspect of that. They did very, very good. We got two Black Lions, by the way, still pretty good. All right, so yeah, Gelts, why not? Just chase these guys off the battlefield. You guys can just run down these Hobgoblins. The Iron Demon is strong. It is a scary one. And Empire Captains are not Bretonnian Paladins. They don't have anti-large, so they're not going to be quite as effective at dealing with that kind of stuff. But with Astrogoth dead, the morale of the Chaos Dwarf army should be pretty bad. They should be in Struggle City at the moment. All right, GG, well played to my opponent. Hey, I'm just happy we won our first game. Thank you guys for following. I see a bunch of new people here on the channel. Welcome, welcome. I'll take it. Game one. He did have Bull Centaurs. I took them out, yeah. They died to the Demogryphs and the Captains. But no, I mean, this is like a meta Chaos Dwarf build. It's like double Deathstreaker, the Iron Demons, you know. He had Bull Centaur renders. It's honestly a pretty damn meta Chaos Dwarf build. It's not bad at all. All right. I enjoyed the Black Lions, dude. You were right. Okay, let me check. All right, so let's report this. Report score. That's going to be here. Okay, so that is... Let me see if Marshall's on right now. Hey, dog, you on? Yeah, okay, so this is why we're testing it. So a couple people have reported their scores and said it has not moved them on to the next round in every case. Interesting. So I might have to do that manually, which should be doable. Yeah, should be doable. See if Homeboy is around. But regardless, yeah, website's going good. We have a lot of people testing and doing different things. Let me just refresh and see if that maybe is like a delayed thing. Okay, so looking here, then empty slot. Okay, so maybe I need to edit. I wonder, the Black Lions got some decent value. Let's look. So they got 1,900. Free company here. Balthazar Gelt got about 15. The two paladins got 1,300 apiece. Huntsmen were just there to counter skirmish, and obviously my heavy cav were the big difference makers. No. So website isn't advancing some folks after they report. What's up, Marshall? Thanks for watching. He is watching. All right, so we're going to show him right here. If we go to the website, I reported my win, but it did not advance me to the next round. It did work advancing people to the bottom side, though, so that is good. It is sending people to the bottom side bracket. That is most excellent, my dude. Maybe it's awaiting a confirmation or something. If the match goes into a match that had a bye, click the report score and see if it shows up there. There's a UI bug not displaying them. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, so it is appearing there. Okay, got it. So it's just a UI bug. Got it. Okay. All right, copy that. Yeah, that bug is there. So click report score. You will see your name is there. It's a UI bug. Yeah, I think we're good. We should be able to carry on. So Adler, you and I can start playing right now, because when I go to report the score on the website, it says Turin versus Adler. So it does register. It's just a UI bug that we need to fix, but it is sending people to the bottom sides correctly. So that is great. That was something that wasn't working before. All right. Yeah, and we'll see how it goes from here. If it continues happening, of course, as long as the report score button comes up, we can go all the way through. Yeah, you can play your matches. Yeah. So we're all good. All right, let's go play Adler. And we're going to be playing against High Elves, which are, I don't know what this matchup looks like these days. Turin versus Adler. Poor Vampires. Yeah, I saw something about Vampires not getting a lot of love in the upcoming end time stuff. Yeah. Yeah, if we can play on, all good. Okay, so Adler, are you going to be the one to send me to the pits, dog? Are you going to send me to the shadows? Yeah, perfect. Okay. Oh, it will be creations in them. You just wait, dude. You just wait. Perfect. Okay, so the map for this round, let's see what that's going to be. It is going to be Edge of the Darkwood. All right. Edge of the Darkwood. There we go. Yeah, Empire is going to be eating pretty well. I honestly don't think they're going to be OP, though. Like, Tutagens are going to have the same problems as other elite infantry, so they'll still be niche. Knights Panther are probably going to be meta in a ton of matchups. You're probably going to see Knights Panther, you know, in the Beastmen matchups, and Chaos Dwarves they'll be really good against. You're going to, because they'll fight Kadai, they'll fight Bull Central Render super well. They're going to be great against Hobgoblins. You'll probably see Knights Panther being really solid into a couple of the undead factions, like against Coast, because they can kill infantry and they counter Morngulls, you know, that are often used. So, yeah, I mean, it's pretty freaking awesome, dude. Yeah. Yo. What's up, Adler? How's it going, dog? Okay, let me ping here. I'm getting... Yeah, okay, cool. So it's just the next round. Very cool. So when you advance, it announces who your opponent is in Discord. That's really helpful. Okay, I got to get this build going. What is it going to be, Precious? All right, so I think we do a little bit of this. And then the new Empire dog seems really... Oh, yeah, and duh, the freaking Hounds. God, I totally... To be honest with you, I blanked on the Hound units. Yeah, I totally blanked on the Hound units. They're going to be freaking amazing. Yeah, no, you're 100% right about that. Okay, so choices. Adler cloned Wookiee, yes. He did. He's on High Elves, yeah. I cannot counter-build a fellow rat build, I would say. No, you're good. Double Witch Hunter is cool. Yeah, I remember using him back in the day. We had some fun. We had some fun times with that, but that's not going to be what I'm doing here, so. I have a rough idea of how to play this, I think. Yeah, cool. So that is a nice little army there for starters. And then let's go ahead and get I think a couple of these guys will be nice. Though that really cuts into our equity there, doesn't it? Yeah, so I think we just get that. Okay, cool. Evil, evil high elves. How evil are we talking about these high elves? You know, that is the question, ladies and gentlemen. How extra evil are they? Yeah, the new Toddy. The thing about Toddy is they kept his healing ability, so that means Toddy will be fine. Like, he still has his healing. That's kind of what makes him the GOAT, you know? So, it's just a win. It's an all-around win. Pretty good. All right. And then we're going to do this. Oh, this is the goated build right here. Oh, yeah. This is how you do it. All right. This is how you do it. Montel Williams knows. Okay. Aside from that, I think we can put one of you there. Call you guys out. Get one dude here. All right. Build's looking fine so far. Oceanids are going to be a problem. I mean, they're not going to be easy to deal with. That is for sure. I wonder if he's going to be doing a full Oceanid Summoner cheese build. Those are pretty funny. They're very annoying to play against, for sure. I mean, you could snipe them. That, of course, is always good. Getting a little bit of sniperoo action. All right, I think that's enough there. Let's call you out, and then boom, boom. Yeah, I think that probably is enough in that regard. You definitely don't want to get the, you don't want to get the, what's it called in this matchup? The Knights of the Blazing Sun? The Oceanid Fire Res is pretty menacing. What's up? Yeah, we're on round 2 of the tournament. We're playing Adler this time. Very strong player. Should be a good, proper cockfight here. Yeah. A good, proper one, I do dare say. Yeah, no, we can't really afford that. It's not going to work. Okay. Looks fine. Looks fine. Awesome. That will have to do, Pig. That will have to do. Good luck, have fun. As the Darkwood is here, that's going to be the map. Let's do it to it. Oh man, yeah, it's going to be a polarity shift in the meta though. Once we get this this big update. I mean, it's so many factions, so many units. We're going to reset the leaderboards, start a new championship season on Total Tavern. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot. Also, by the way, guys, sometime in the next few days, hopefully, we'll be showing you some cool stuff. How pumped are you for the new stuff coming? Very, very pumped. Yeah, very pumped. I mean, dude, who doesn't want to have like you have a game with, you know, a meta that has been the same for a while, right? So getting a big shift up is always super exciting. Tell us about all the cool stuff. You know you want it. All right, so double mortar wagon to counter archers. And yeah, we're gonna do a little bit of this as well. I got some cheeky plays here. This is gonna be fun. Let's see if it works. So we got Toddy, we got Ulrika. You spearmen are gonna go to my back objective and just chill out. And then one war wagon's gonna go here, so it's gonna be 3 and then 4. All right, 5. You guys, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. Perfect, perfect. How many Luminarchs? No Luminarchs, although honestly it might not have been bad. High Elves like the single entity cheese. They love that shit, so yeah, it wouldn't have been terrible. All right, so we're going to get you here. We're going to move you guys up, and then you're going to go that way. And I could call in a speedy boy to go get this. We do have Ulrika, though, with Melkots. Bolt Thrower build, interesting. All right, so we got the Bolt Throwers of Doom. The 2 Free Company Militia are going to hold fire until they pop out of the trees, and I'm going to try and surprise them. We'll see if we can. Bolt Throwers. Okay, wow. So yeah, Bolt Throwers. We are in range now, so now we can shoot as we move out of the tree line. Hopefully get his objective there, and we got our character squad moving up. Spearman, get a cruise over there as well. And we can call out some of, yeah, he's going for the Oceanid Summoner shenanigans, right, okay. So you put some firepower down here. We're going to call out another War Wagon, so that's going to be in Control Group 4. And it looks like he is going to be not very happy about the back objective theft. He's actually sending his Sea Elemental over there, believe it or not. All right, let's shoot that Mist Mage, attack the Mist Mage here, then you guys retreat back into the trees, retreat, retreat. We're We're just being a little bit of a trash goblin right now. And holy shit, I totally blanked on those bolt throwers. I was like, just assuming they weren't going to do anything. You know, that was kind of what was happening there. So you guys run back. Cool. Toddy can attack the sea elemental, which I think is going to be fine. And the mortars can just kind of hold their fire and chill. And we just kind of keep dodging these shots all frickin' day. You're going to shoot at the sea elemental. You can attack it as well. Get a little bit of a freebie right there. And we can call some silver bullets up to the middle to give a little bit of fire support. Yeah, I think that's going to be fine. So Toddy getting in there. Let's run. Yeah, run you guys back a little bit. Keep hunting. Tyrion is on his way, though, so we're going to need to dip out. And you guys are going to hide behind the pillar. And we're going to keep the war wagons back this way a little bit. All right, so he does move into the trees. I do have Reiksguard Knights who I can use to obstruct this, which is going to be pretty good. And then I can drop a Melkots on them as well. All right, so we're going to Melkots them. Have you get in on the Sea Elemental. Ulrika is going to jump in there too. And the war wagons can move in the trees. We're stealing the middle objective. And now we have a big old Royal Rumble in the bushes, which hopefully will favor us. I don't know. We'll see. So we are on the Sea Elemental. It's taking a ton of damage. The Free Company Militia can turn up and start shooting and get you back as well. The Reiksguard. Nobody expects the Vanguard Reiksguard Knights, you know. I think that's kind of a cool cool play there. All right, let's get the mortars back. Just send Free Company or basic dudes up to the middle here. And we are bullying the hell out of this thing right now, which is great. All right, we're going to keep shooting. Keep the Reiksguard Knights occupying him. The War Wagons are here as well. We're going to get them as close as possible. And this... No, don't waste magic on that. Yeah, it's just an ocean it summoned, so yeah. We'll shoot him down. If we can get this damn thing to disintegrate, that's going to be freaking massive. You know, that's going to be huge. All right, it's pretty close to disintegrating. I am silenced right now. The Ocean Elemental looks like it is going to scurry away here. Chasing it is certainly a little bit risky. But, yeah, the fighting, it could be worse. You know, we still got the firepower laying into it. Let's get our characters back. We have the advantage on the objectives. And we wait for him to get up. All right, is Toddy going to be able to get out of there? It's kind of a messy one. Ulrika can go help fight here. We got the fire support going down. Reiksguard Knights taking a bit of a hammering. But let's see if we can snipe you, actually. So we're going to bring you over. Get on that mage. Let the Reiksguard Knights keep face tanking. And do I want to drop any more magic? Probably it would be a good idea. All right, so you're going to go up. You're going to go up. We're going to get you out of range here. And this is going to be the Fireborn. All right, so Fireborn are going to be a problem. We're going to need to get our characters out. They are going to need to flee the scene. Although we are actually killing his Mistmage. Yeah, the Mistmage is terrified. If we can get a true break on that, it's going to be freaking huge. And now we get an overcasted pendulum right on that fight right there. And chase the Mistmage off the battlefield, ideally. And then that's a massive win for us. Dude, the Chad Free Company Militia fighting in the bushes here. So freaking cool. All right. Yeah, we're going to need to get the wagons back. The guns here are going to start shooting. Yeah, we'll call out some Demogryph Knights there. So let's get you guys up. And the mortar wagons can start shooting at these guys. No, wrong ones. Yeah, there they go. Okay. So did Toddy get that Mistmage? Yeah, we got to watch out for the Fireborn. Just kind of wheel around here. We have a Melkots in a second, so we're going to drop it like it's hot. Hopefully be able to get away. And if not, you know, I'm in dire straits. So Toddy's running. Ulrika dropping a little bit of action here. We probably maneuver the silver bullets over to provide fire support and just got to keep running. All right, there it goes. War wagons are coming out. And they will provide fire support. The middle objective is, you know, in a little bit of danger here. But yeah, we should be able to just keep running with Toddy and spamming Melkots out. And do our thing. I feel like we're winning on the value trading, though. I do feel like we're winning on the value trading. All right, so you guys keep shooting these knights. War Wagon's going to keep chilling. Let's get you up in the sky. Demogryph Knight's going to come help out against you. And we can actually just turn and fight you. I think that's going to be fine for now. All right, Silver Bullets need to retreat back. The Demogryph Knights, I think saving the wagons is probably more important, actually. So let's get those guys going. And you're going to need to piece the hell out of here. I might have just thrown a little bit right there. I might have thrown. All right, so it's Melkots you guys again. Demogryph Knight's going to come here. Wagons are going to escape. I need to get away with Toddy or else we're kind of cooked. All right, let's get some Empire Knights coming. Oh, goodness, we got up in the sky. It's very fortunate. And the wagons survive. The Free Company Militia in the woods are fighting the good fight. And the Fireborn are going to be in old trash can. But not before he gets my silver bullet. So that is a pretty clean little play right there. All right, Fireborn are going down. His Lord, let's pop in and help. Ulrika can drop some firepower here. A little bit of shooting. And the Demogryph Knights Giga Chat it pretty hard. Yeah, they break those guys. And now we're going to get on the big dog. I am silenced by the evil mages up in the sky. So they're extra evil mages today. And from here, yeah, mortar wagons can just kind of shoot into whatever the hell they can hit. You know, whatever the hell they can hit. Let's unsummon you guys. Get you in. You're going to go get those Illyrian Reavers right now. And Tyrion is actually getting blasted too. He's seen better days. All right, let's get you guys to shoot this. You guys shoot there. And nice. The Mistmage is going to shatter 100%. And Tyrion, if we could just chase him off the battlefield, that's going to be big. And we probably just win the game from there, right? All right, more Empire Knights coming up. Mortar Wagons, actually, we do sense a little bit of an issue over here. Yeah, some Rangers on the back. So that's a desperation play, but we basically won. We killed his mage, we killed Tyrion, and that build actually worked really well. I love the Vanguard Free Company Militia, backed up by the Reichsguard Knights in the woods, is kind of unexpected. So yeah, GG. We got it done. Let's say GG, dog. Well played. And all right. So now we're going to report that on the website. It should just be a UI bug. So you guys can report your scores. You're just going to have to imagine where you are. So let's see if it fixes once I update this. All right, so that's going to be that. So did that work? Or are we cursed? No, okay, it does work. When you upgrade the second one, it's gonna fix the brackets there. Cool. All right, let me make sure there's no admin stuff I need to do. Yo, we up. So can I ask, I stopped to play 4 months ago. I'm not sure what your question is specifically. There have been updates. Did you play Thrones of Decay and then the High Elf one? I forget the name of it. But yeah, the wagons did okay. They didn't really have a lot of targets. The regular wagons were goated. Ulrika's really good, actually. She's a great assassin and a really, really good shadowcaster too, obviously. Yeah, build worked out pretty well. Is DLC Boris weaker in multiplayer? I don't know. We haven't had a chance to test it yet. He has a new ability where he like eye gouges you. It's like an eye for an eye or something. Oh god. Okay, we've run into our first counter match. Greenskins are a pretty solid counter against Empire. It's not unwinnable, but it's probably 70-30. How do you feel about Tutorage and Guard? I think they're awesome. Yeah, I think they're niche though. Tutorage and Guard will not be used in like every matchup. That is for sure. Tides of Torment, thank you. That's what it was. It was the Tides with a little bit of tormenting. Let's check here. And do this. Good luck, have fun. Yeah, beating Greenskins is hard, bro. It is. We're going to have to figure this out. I don't know the best way to beat the Greenskins. I don't. I've been losing to them a lot with Empire. It is a bad matchup. But let's see if we can cook something up here. Let's see if we can cook a little something. Even if I lose, though, I go to the pits. Yeah, I know. It's kind of a cheese gondola. It's a cheese matchup. You can use the land chip, but you have other options as well. Yeah, but it is a cheese matchup. And no, I'm not going to use Volkmar. It's not freaking happening today, boys. I'm not going to be seduced into using the Haggard, Volkmar, the Grim, and then getting salty when I lose. It's not happening. Every time I use Volkmar, it's just like karate chop, you know? Feels bad. No Volkmar today. No Anden. God, the Greenskins are so hard to beat with the Empire. It's so tricky, man. Volkmar will be good someday. Probably not. I mean, he's not unusable. But he's not great either. That's for sure. Okay. Do a little bit of this. And then some of you guys out. Yeah, I think that's fine. And Den, I know. And Den really is the question. Some of the bracket isn't advancing. Boss toss, it will. So if you go to the bracket and it's not advancing you, you'll notice that in the round after you. It's just a UI bug that is going to get fixed in the next couple days, I'm sure. But if you go to the bracket, you click, you'll notice there's a report score button for your next round, even though you don't appear there. And then you can report the score, and then it fixes it after you do that. So yeah, it should be fine. Should be fine. What makes the Greenskins tough for the Empire? It's mainly that... Okay. Okay, dog. Okay, dog. Okay. Look at the report score button in next round. It advances you, just a UI bug. Okay. Yeah, the Greenskins just dominate you in the cav fight so freaking hard. That is mainly the problem. Yeah, that therein lies the main issue of the matchup. Okay. Let's get you, do this, and yes, yes, and yes. All right, so now we're going to need a Harry Potter of some sort. It's a 4. Yeah, no, I know. It's kind of a cheese matchup. I don't know about 4 mortar wagons. It's a little excessive. That's cool as shit, though. Not gonna lie. I mean, 4 mortar wagons is a pretty Giga Chad play. All right, so we're gonna do you. Yes and yes. Keep this and this. Probably go here. Get that. Cut you. Get that. All right. We're getting ready to go, guys. You're getting all ready to get crunk. Yeah, I don't know if I love that. I think my original build was better. So we will switch to that. Remember when greatswords could beat black orcs? They definitely shouldn't, flavor-wise, but yeah, they are cool as shit. Greatswords are pretty awesome. I mean, going toe-to-toe to them is fair, but yeah, beating them is tricksy. Yeah, leadership bombing is not bad. It has some situations where it's pretty decent. I haven't won this matchup in a long time, though. I'm hoping we can pull an upset here tonight. Because my opponent's a strong player, too. He's very, very strong. Okay. Yeah, I think we just get all those guys. That's it, basically. What else can we do? You know, you're going to be needed. And aside from that, I mean, Free Company are all right. They kind of get bullied by, like, the entire roster, though. So I don't know how effective that is going to be. All right. Yeah, we got to worry about trolls also. The troll toll, it comes for us in the night. You guys are out. Yeah, I mean, that looks fine. Good luck, have fun to my opponent, man. Let's see if we can pull out the fat dub here tonight. Knights Panther will not necessarily counter Boar Boys. It will be as if you're because Knights Panther do not have good armor piercing. And Boar Boy Biggins have like 85 armor or 90 armor or something. But it still will be better than what we have now. You definitely will bring like 3 Knights Panther and 2 Demogryph Knights in this matchup. It'll probably be more of an even trade. Although Knights Panther could also be more expensive. They could be like 1,100. So then it's a down trade for you. But with a little bit of support, maybe. Okay. Just play your same faction. Some people. Good to catch the bug. All right, guys. Keep on keeping on. The tournament should be advancing. Let me check the brackets and everything. Yeah, bottom side is moving along. Top side is moving along nicely. So if we win this, we go to the... yeah, we're going to be going somewhere or other here. See how it works. Yeah, they're like Reichsguard with bonus first large. That's a very good way of putting it. All right, guys, so we got our staunch line of spears. Backed up by some flagellants. Just so we don't get broken. And then we have a freaking landship and Karl Franz. Lifecaster is going to be here, because I want to heal the landship and Franz. And then we have 2 so basically, it's just a cheese box. It's just like, I sit, I shoot at you. You know, eventually I can call in Demogryph Knights, grenade launchers, things like that, but it's going to be tricky. Yeah, the big ship is here. And Franz is just cool. I mean, Toddy is good as well, but I wanted to bring a Lifecaster anyways to heal the boat, so I figured, you know, let's get Franz in there. He's cool. I think Skaven are going to be pretty menacing. They're going to get some cool shit, as you guys have probably seen in the cinematic trailer that they did. I mean, Skaven have some... What did we see in the trailer? I think we saw like a Vermin Lord and, you know, Storm Fiends and stuff. That's big for Skaven. I mean, that's a lot. You had a crash in your game. Oh, no. Oh, no, brother. All right, so it's going to be Azag? Okay. I might... we'll see. If he doesn't spam Boar Boys, I might have a decent shot here. Boar Boy spam is really oppressive against Empire, so that was what I was worried about, but I'm not seeing any, so that is good. Landship is fun. Yeah, I mean, it packs a punch, man. So we're going to just start shooting into the Ruglud's Armored Orcs and just farm them all day. And, okay, there's some sneakiness in the woods. It's just Goblin Wolf Riders, which is fine. So we got 2 Pistoliers. They're going to grab this. Franz can fight against Azag. He just has Buna. Ruglud's going to eat a little bit of firepower from the Landship of Doom. Hopefully we can take it down. We'll have to see. And we do get the middle objective. Let's see how long we can actually be cagey and hold this for. Broken Tusk Mob, yeah, okay. The real meat is on its way out now. The real business. So Landship of Doom is softening up Rugluds. Franz is going to be chilling in the back. Wolf Riders are hiding. And let's go ahead and call in. Yeah, the problem is the archers really wreck quite a bit of our stuff. The Landship is laying into that, but just missing horribly. And you guys can just, shoot a little bit of these Night Goblins. I could do a little cycle charging, but I don't want to let Franz get lit up for free. Maybe some grenade launchers on the periphery, just to be annoying and poke. Like farm a little bit of value here and try and stay out of range of his archers while the Landship continues doing its thing. Franz could land, but yeah, we got to maintain that capture weight for as long as possible. Night Goblins are like 400 gold, so taking them out isn't bad. Rugluds are getting lit up a little bit. Yeah, we're holding on to the point. We just got a gremlin mode for as long as we possibly can. Franz is going to go after you, and he's going to Buna this guy, which is probably fine, honestly. Yeah, it's not great, but what can you do, And I do manage to punch him in the face for it, so. He canceled the Buna. Interesting. So let's keep hunting. You guys put some firepower down. I mean, this is an opportunity for us, for sure. Let's just keep trying to stay out of his range. If we can get a bunch of HP for that, that's pretty massive. And that is Snagla, so he is gonna be snaring me nice and good. All right, let's get these goblins back. Shoot at Snagla here a little bit. Keep softening up the Rugluds. We don't need to advance in any sort of a rush, right? So we're gonna get halberds and halberds. Those guys are gonna come up, and we do see a spiderling summon right there. Oh shit, I was not paying attention. Fran's going a little bit deep in the line, and now he's gonna run. Yeah, I mean, honestly though, maybe we just fight this and pop Galmraz and Reichland Runefang and then come up and give him a fat regrowth. Yeah, not a bad idea. All right, let's drop it like it's hot. Hopefully Franz wins that fight. That's kind of sketchy. We're going to bring in the Pistoliers, and yeah, I mean, I have healing, he doesn't. So the heal should be off now, or going off in a second. There it is. Okay. So Franz does end up beating Azag pretty decisively in combat, as it should. He's the Prince and Emperor, after all. And Rugluds Armored Orcs are having a bad time. I am still snared for fricking 10 years. But that was good. Yeah, now Azag is like a liability. He's on death's bed, so that's pretty good for us. All right, Rugluds are chilling. The grenade launcher got sent to the Shadow Realm. That's fine. It'll be back. We'll respawn it, and we got a Buna out of him. So Franz is going to be chilling. And let's get the Spearmen moving up. Yeah, Spearmen move up. Spearmen move up. Get these halberds back. Franz is going to be chilling out. And we can get the Landship to start running over some of these guys, so let's do that. Run them on down. And yeah, just juke those shots, juke those shots. We got to play a really Gremlin-like game, like very Gremlin-like, Demogryph Knights. All right, Demogryph Knights to handle the inevitable Boar Boys. Let's keep rolling dirty in the lines. Yeah, you move up and do this. And Pistoliers, I don't know, just come shoot at this homie right here. It's very hard to turn, so this is where we take a fair amount of damage. Franz could land in there, but that archer line is really nasty, man. It's very nasty. All right, let's get back. Franz is going to jump you. We're going to put a little bit of firepower down on that guy and try and turn to give some vision there. And you guys move up. Let's send the Flagellants in as well. And if we can get a little Blitzkrieg bop on this Goblin character with Franz, that's pretty massive. All right, let's get the Jade Wizard in there. Drop an Earthblood while everybody's big happy family right there. And Demogryph Knights are doing it. We have managed to get the Goblin pretty low. And remember, they don't have healing, right? So Azag's like hiding in the trees right now. That is already... Oh, do we get a Shatter on him? No, it's just a break, right? Yeah, it's just a break. Okay, so that's pretty good. So you guys move in. Let's get the Flagellants moving in. Demogryph Knights are lurking, and you're going to start shooting at the Boar Boys right here. Pistoliers keep kiting, and let's get some Empire Knights out to run down these little goblins. All right, so the character squad is up. Very much an attrition-heavy game. Let's get you guys out. Demogryph Knights are going to go fight the Broken Tusk Mob, so we'll go do a 2-for-1 there. Take you here, and let's get the Landship shooting at the big dog. If we can just take him out with some cannons, it's going to be pretty massive. All right, so that's a good fight for us, especially with Franz there and a Lifecaster. So we just do a big overcasted heal. Landship has a freaking cannon on front of it, so people forget that. And breaking down the Broken Tusk Mob is pretty good. And the Pistoliers, we need to get them busy. Let's go see if we can snipe this little character. Empire Knights are clearing some shit out, and let's move you up. And the Broken Tusk Mob does get folded. All right, so this is a pretty good start for us, I think. Pretty good. All right, guys, so let's move the Halberds up. Those are Savage Orcs, so we don't want Savage Orcs to be fighting our boys. And do we want to bring in the wagon? He kind of has lost his agency here a little bit. I think we have a bit of a Death Star, so we're just going to roll through and call in summon the Elector Landship, man. Summon the Elector Landship all day, every day. All right, let's fight these goblins. And that is big. Yeah, so now the Demogryph Knights certainly will appreciate a regrowth. We're just going to try and sweep through all the archer units. take them down if we can. Franz can wheel up. Maybe terror out some of these guys, although let's not let our hubris get the best of us, yeah? Let's get back. Let's get back. We still have a lot of time to value trade, so let's play it safe. All right, you're going to shoot at Azag, or this little gremlin here. Let's attack him. Franz is going to swoop down to the goblin. We're going to go ahead and unsummon you guys, get you back in the pool here in a minute. And hopefully the halberds can saturate in and grind it out with our opponent, yeah. All right, so Snagla is down for the count. The archers are running low-ish on ammo, but still, present on the ammo game. Let's wheel across. Snagla is down for the count, and we are going to need to get some Demogryph Knights in a minute. Yeah, because these ones are doing good, but they're going to have some hard times. Franz, let's see if we can tear out these guys. Do a little bit of this, get the infantry in, and Franz is going to want another regrowth. And the last one, a couple will probably use to heal up the landship. The idea is he sinks like a ton of value into the landship, and it just like lives, and then late game it terror outs everything. That's the idea. So far, the fighting is going well. Yeah, halberds up. Those are going to be Paul Blork Malkops. Franz will not stand idle, so he knows how to live. Good, and let's get you guys to move in, run down those Orc Air Boys, and have the landship turn. Get ready to party, while the Pistoliers are basically out of ammo at this point. All right, so those are pump wagons. Let's go intercept those. A little bit sketchy on the back objective, actually. Let's go make sure we don't lose that. Take the demis up there. Yeah, we cannot afford to lose an objective. If we lose an objective, we basically lose the game. So, yeah, not good for us. That would be bad news bears. All right, so Franz, let's do that. He can go fight the pump wagons, although we have a lot of spears everywhere. The halberds and the landships are grinding. Yeah, Pistoliers are kiting. These Demogryph Knights, they've swept up here, so those gremlins should be offline. Let's take the remnants of these dudes here. And then we need to get a regrowth on the big ship here in a minute. Yeah, because if the ship dies, I'm in bad shape. So let's turn it around. Regrowth, I mean, do I wait 12 seconds? I don't think I can. Yeah, we got to try and save it with an Earthblood. All right, let's go. Use your all full speed ahead. Oh, it's so rough. It's so low right now. But, I mean, it is doing damage. It's holding. Let's move all the way through here. We do get some big terror routes. Let's go ahead and terror out those Boarboy Biggins. Pistoliers can move up for capture weight, and the Demogryph Knights have swept that out. That was a good play on his part, though, and the landship does fall, but I'll resummon it. Still, a favorable situation for him, for sure. Reikland Runefang's pretty goated. That's going to give us some nice stats, and it looks like the objective is flipping to us. Franz, hopefully, will help break some of these Boarboys. And then, Demogryph Knights, yeah, we need those down here like a minute ago. Reiksguard Knights, run down these bad boys. And we're still not flipping the objective. Yeah, the Black Orcs are a nice little anchor for him. It's very nice. Do we want to go Demogryph Knights into what? Like, do we create a Death Star? Yeah, let's wait and see where they're needed. These demis are going to break. We see some trolls coming in. You guys go fight there. Yeah, points are getting a little bit dodgy. But we do manage to get a good break there. So let's get spears and spears. We got to get that man-tide in there. We definitely need to win before it becomes triple cap territory, right? So Fran's in a little bit of danger here. Not loving the situation. Demogryph Knights, it's a lot of boys. Let's go see if we can get those pump wagons right there. Bring you guys in. Pistoliers, those are Orc boys there. And Franz is back up in the sky. Let's go see if we can catch him slipping. Yeah, that's going to be pretty big. All right, so we're going for it. See if Homeboy's watching. He probably is. Resummoning a landship is a pretty ballsy play. Maybe we do it. And we do get the demis right on top of the trolls here. And we do manage to hit Azag, so he's running. Franz, I could engage against those Boarboys. Ideally, a terror route right here would be the way. I hate to just eat a square charge right there. That's really would not be good. Those Blorks are really causing a lot of havoc. And do I have a regrowth? I do. So we're going to go ahead and regrowth these guys. And then we're going to wheel about with everybody, including the Demogryph Knights. Pop Galmaraz. Let's get around the back of them. Get our Harry Potter in there. And everybody else pile in all at once and get them. All right. Get you guys up, and then next up, maybe a grenade launcher would be the way. Yeah, hopefully we can break enough of his Boarboys, man. It's going to be hard, though. He's ahead on value, but I have a ton of healing, so there is that. And do we break those Boarboys? Not quite yet, but very close to breaking them. Coming in and fighting with Azag would probably be a mistake on his part, and they are shaken. That's fine. Yeah, a couple spears coming in, but they are going to be intercepted by some of these goblins. Let's get behind them. Azag has seen better days, so let's go take down the Broken Tusk Mob with our Death Star while we still have some strength here. And then grenade launchers. Yeah, grenade launchers come out, fight these guys down. Flagellant's going to move back towards the objective, and we do get the charge on him there. You can intercept the pump wagons. And the grenade launchers are just going to clear out these goblins. Yeah, it's my best bet. He's going to probably Buna them, but it is what it is. What can you do about that, you know? What can you do about that? All right, Demogryphs have come back. I'm probably going to need to clear out whatever the hell I can. France, do we have Reichel and Runefang? We do not. Grenades are going to need to run. A couple demis might be able to punish him here, actually. Let's see if we can actually just trap him up in combat. Yeah, so the grenades did connect. That's great. And we have some Demogryph Knights. I really should unsummon them, though. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit better. All right, Runefang. Spearmen and Halberds are moving up to grind. But those Paul Blork Mall Cops, man, they are causing a lot of mischief here. All right, do I have any cav to call out? I got to have some Empire Knights here soon. Yeah, let's get you guys back. All right, so Spearmen are holding. Hopefully Franz and company can win their respective Duel of Fates. He's up on value, but with healing, it's actually probably dead even. If I can get his Lord, it will be a break, but this is becoming triple cap territory, which is tough. So this is where you can see, like, losing the land ship comes in and hurts, you know? Yeah, so we break his Boar Boys. Hopefully he just won't have any more to summon for a bit, you know? That would be pretty good. Franz can come and try and take down Azag with a cheeky little snipe, see if we can get away with that. I seriously doubt it, but we're going to try. And we have the Gremlin back here, so let's go get him. We're going to come this way. And yeah, let's see if we can get lucky and catch him, man. That's basically that. Demogryph Knights pop in, Flagellant's coming. And Spearman, yeah, we just got to get all hands on frickin' deck. Is he going to slip up and let me catch him and get a kill? That would be freaking massive. Franz is healing cap, so I don't need to worry about that anymore. So we just drop a heal right here. Get you guys in, turn around. And Azag is almost broken. He's wavering right now, pretty huge. And over here, I do have some units that rallied. Perfect. So let's get the grenade launchers on you guys. You guys work back towards the middle. Azag is faster than me, so I just got to move in with Franz now and just get the terror routes. Unfortunately, I think he's got me. I just can't get the objectives quick enough. I'm going to do a long investment and just send you guys to the back objective just in case, because we're going to need to do that. And can we break the middle open, man? I don't know. Maybe a terror route right here would do some big work for us. But overall, I think this is the right direction of the matchup. You know, kind of this, and that is Snagla, yes. I think it is the right direction. Like, using the big SE, although kind of part of me thinks the Steam Tank might have been better. Yeah, terror out those guys. Earthblood on whatever is left fighting over there, which isn't much. Pump wagons are moving. Let's get some Pistoliers, it's all I have. We can charge these guys. All right, so the grenade launchers are doing it. Let's get you guys to intercept. Grenade launch those bad boys, and we're going to pull you in, pull you down and under. And Franz does get a route on them, but the objective still is not getting close to flipping. And that's a cheeky little net there. I don't hate that. Let's move through, and we're going to call another Pistolier just to go play the back objective. He's at 1,400 points. Yeah. I think we played this well, though. You know, he's a high-level player, and that was a good attempt. I'm not unhappy about that. Yeah, Steam Tank Lord is an option. This was a really good lesson, though, on how to play this matchup. It's still favored for them, though. He made a fair amount of mistakes, I think, that, you know, like with letting his Lord get cheesed out in the beginning, because Azag is just kind of becomes a non-factor. Let's see if we can rally for Sigmar in the last couple seconds of the game, but I seriously doubt it. Yeah, maybe. I mean, just everything goes this way, right? Yeah, go. That objective's going to flip. You know, maybe we got to leave one unit there. But, yeah, you're going to come around the outside. You're going to go here. You're going to go here. With another, like, 30 seconds, maybe we could get this, but he also has, like, a fair amount of shit back here. Could threaten the objectives. All right, let's go. Get up on the points. Azag's coming in. Let's punch him in the face. Get the Harry Potter over there as well. And you guys come down here. All right, Azag does probably get broken here for good. Very close, though. Very close. Yeah, I mean, this objective would be ours with 15 seconds, most likely. Yeah, well played, dude. Very good game to him. And let's say GG. GG dog, very well played. Report that win. Yeah, I don't hate the build. I think the build is fine. I think you just replace play the land ship more carefully, more conservatively, so you have that in the late game, or you replace it with the Steam Tank and try and get a little bit more shooting value out of that. I don't know. I know, a couple more seconds, but, you know, he held me. He did good. All right, so what do we got now? It's going to be... reported, so he will report that, and now we go to the bottom brackets, and if we don't have a game immediately, I'll just do some casting. Let me look and see where it sent me now. He hasn't reported it yet. Okay, he has not reported it yet. Yeah, man, worked out great. Yeah, I like the Snaggle attack. I thought that was kind of cool, having like a dedicated sniper character there. So Darren advances, and we are going to be playing the winner of... Okay, so looking at the bottom side. So it's going to be Kanate versus... Yeah, we still have this game going here. Interesting that nobody... They must be playing already. All right, So yeah, I'm right here. You can see the bracket is, it's a little bit of a longer one tonight, but yeah, that'll take us up to the top side there versus the homies. Although no, there's the top side, and then we have double elim. We go here and here, and maybe it matches you up in the finals. No, that's the losers bracket finals. Okay, and then it will send you to the winners bracket finals. So on the top side, we have Scrambled Egg, Attack Speed Enjoyer, and Daniken. Daniken on Ogre Kingdom is actually pretty cool. We think the lower bracket is broken. How so? How so, Max? Let me know in Discord. Marshall is lurking nearby, so this is a good time for testing. All right. Let's see. Is it the invisible business? Let's see. Okay, checking in. We will see what is happening here on the bottom side. There are brackets that will never be filled. Oh, are you saying it's just because of the bracket, the coding was off on it, and it just has empty spots that can't be filled? So then you just, I guess we would have to manually advance you to the next round. Okay, got it. Yeah, trying to get a fixed push to resolve it. Definitely made the lower bracket too big and then didn't advance the buys. Copy that. Copy that. Okay, all good. We'll get it squared away. In worst case, we just play the top side of the bracket, and then we can do another tournament after of some sort. That's totally fine as well. Let me set up a game to cast on the top side brackets. This is really good testing, though. This is exactly what we need to be doing. So I will do Darren Dimwits versus Boss Toss. So we're going to do that. Boss Toss, lobby code, please. Casting your game. Do we have new player tournaments? Yeah, there's people in the Discord who host them all the time. If you're in our Discord, there's a lot of great people who host them. RTK hosts quite a few, and they promote them in our Discord. So yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, you can get new player games going. 100%. All right. Perfect, perfect. Let's do this. And I can manually, I think, advance those. I wonder if that would work. So as an admin, what can I do to this matchup? Yeah, that's something. We're on the alpha version of our new website. Yeah, so we have, let me get you a link. So Total Tavern is pretty outdated. It has a lot of structural issues. So we're making a new website. It's basically a ported over version that has been massively improved. It has a lot more going on. So we are doing that now. Yeah, there's a link to it if you want to check it out. Hey, Paper Towel and Professor Pone the GOAT with the resubscription. Thank you, brother. I greatly appreciate that. Turn face me round one. Are we playing? Am I playing somebody right now? Let me check. Okay. Let's check. Okay, 2 fixes finally passed my waiting on another, but I'll push it. Sounds good, Marshall. Will it fix the problem live, or should we play through? All right. Thank you for the lobby code, guys. Let's go ahead and cast a really fun match now and go from there. All right, so let's join with the code. We're going to spectate this bad boy. And here we are. Dr. Speed, thank you for being a member for 16 months. Hell yeah, dude. We're going to be eating good with Dow 4 and I know. And guys, I was given access to, and we're allowed to say this, I was given access to the War for Westeros. It's the new Game of Thrones RTS game. And we're going to be able to show that to you in the near future. And yeah, I'm very excited. I'm very excited. Yeah, very, very pumped about that. Let's check. All right, Marshall's on it. The new website's looking good. Yeah, it's coming together. We've been testing it pretty heavily. Shout out to some of the RTK guys have been running like practice tournaments on there and helping us solve the problems. So big thanks to all of you guys. It's going to pay off super well, right? So the idea is on the new website, right? You can have a drop downs for different games. So we're going to have a tournament circuit for like Dow 4, for Total Warhammer 3, for 40K. So we can maintain a tournament leaderboard with comprehensive stats for a bunch of different games. You can see there's a drop down here. So as an admin, I can go and I can set up all these different games and add maps. different formats. It's a really modular website. So we're very pumped to get it off the ground. Yeah, we're getting there, slowly but surely. Cool. So let me look here. See how this all looks. Yeah, and I think we're going to see if it will fix it manually on the bottom or not. But worst case, we will figure it out. All right, guys, let's load into the match. It's going to be the Greenskins. Yes, yes. Total Tavern about to enter its ultimate form. Yeah, the modularity of it is the big thing, right? That's what it's all about. So I would have played Lizardmen. I would have felt pretty okay against Dinos. Empire Dinos is fine. Yeah, it's a fine matchup. Yeah, black background. We can totally do that. Yeah, like the background is very... I'm not attached to what we have now at all. Hey, Prado, thank you for resubscribing, man. Thank you guys so much for supporting the old man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's break it down. Spawning in on the east side of the map, it is going to be your boy, Darren Dimwitted. This is the guy who just beat me in a very close game. He's got the Orc Boys, Black Orcs with great weapons. I like that because they have general armor piercing, so they can fight well against like Kroxigors, actually, if they can isolate them, and they're really good against all the Dino infantry. So I do like that. I think it's good. Night Goblin Warboss with the Fermented Fungi, Curse at a Bad Moon, Tormentor Sword, and aside from that, Ruglud's Arachnarok Spider, dude. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, I like that. That is very cool. Arachnarok Spider and Black Orcs. I mean, man, this build rules already. And a couple of Goblin Bolt Throwers, which is very cheeky. All right, on the other side, guys, it is going to be a Legion of Lizards. Boss Toss, of course, NOG. He is in Uncle territory now. He's like me. He's one of the uncles of multiplayer. He's got 4 Chameleon Skinks for skirmishing and just grabbing the objective and being annoying. The rest of his build is going to be Feral Bastillodons, Skinks, and a Slant of Fire to cook through the Greenskins, and a second Feral Bastillodon as well. Yeah, that's rad, man. I don't hate that. Cool builds. Let me just check one admin message in the Discord. And perfect. Yeah, so Marshall is pushing a fix for those of you guys who are waiting for your matches. And it should be fixing the brackets live. So, yeah, we'll get that going. All right, guys. So, skirmishing is on. The Goblin Wolf Riders, trying to run these guys down. But many a fair cavalry unit has been annihilated by trying to chase down Chameleon Skinks. Usually does not end well. But the Greenskins are just going to brute force it, sacrifice a couple Goblin Wolf Riders to get the objective, and Boss Toss is going to be getting that value. Now, Kroxigors on paper are going to be trading more effectively into Black Orcs and Black Orcs into Kroxigors, but Kroxigors can do okay there. The Black Orcs can. It's not like the worst thing in the world. Bolt Throwers, what are they shooting at? So the Bolt Throwers appear to be shooting at just random Chameleon Skinks right now, but I would wager he's just going to put it on top of one of the Bastillodons. Broken Tusk Mob is out right now, so the boys are back in town. And for me, I obviously, for my stakes in this tournament, I still have to play through the entire bottom side of the bracket if I want a chance to win. But I would much rather face Lizardmen than Greenskins all day. You guys saw how challenging that matchup is against Greenskins, so yes, yes. Young Van, thank you for the bits. Greatly appreciated, brother. All right. Now, I like this. We do see Boss Toss getting his army. He grabs most of his forces, and he rotates towards his opponent's back objective. The tactical Dong maneuver is upon us, and with his Skinks, he's going to have a lot of capture weight here. So the Broken Tusk Mob going to be charging into Chaff Infantry and actually doing a shit ton of damage. Despite being an anti-large unit, they still have a good charge bonus, and, Skinks are pretty squishy. But the Chameleons are going to be able to put some hurt on them and definitely dot them, and, yeah, a little bit of poison, a little bit of poke and stroke. Now, on the other side of the battlefield, guys, we do see the very idle army here of Darren, Dimwitted one. I think he needs to rotate and engage. Because right now, Boss Toss is just using the majority of his force to bully the Greenskin reserves here. And then the Goblins are just kind of standing AFK over here on this side. So they need to get busy and start fighting, man, about 5 minutes ago. We'll see if they do. Thornin, thank you for the raid, man. Greatly appreciate it. And hopefully you guys are having some fun. All right, so the pump wagons have arrived, and they are going to be getting bullied by the Velociraptor cavalry. The Velociraptors, of course, are the Cudgel variant, which means they're not anti-large, but they do have good general AP value. Always a solid choice, to be completely honest with you. And the Bastillodon is, 650 gold for a giant terror-causing monster? Really not bad at all. All right, Arachnarok Spider is creeping up, and the Night Goblin Warboss is going to be creeping over there as well, as the legions of the lizards continue their onslaught towards trying to not triple cap, but maintain their double cap. But it looks like the Greenskins did stabilize it. They were about to lose the objective, but the reinforcements came at the last second. And now the Arachnarok Spider is going to be cleaving through these troopers with the Rampage. No, just a basic Rampage from the Feral Instincts on this guy. All right. Big old Lizard Zerg, though, guys. Value trading, it does look like the Greenskins have kind of stabilized a little bit. Dragging down a Bastiladon here is not a bad pick at all. And they have maintained their double cap, despite, I would say, Boss Toss getting the initiative and the jump on him. It's, a little bit better here. So Trolls coming in. Trolls are a good counter against Kroxigors and Mass, and they can also fight Feral Cold Ones. And just any of the high mass units Trolls can do well against. Now, you have to babysit their leadership, make sure they're in relatively favorable positions, but overall, they do what they can. So the Trolls and the Spider, and this is actually very advantageous for dim-witted ones. If you guys are a little bit newer, this is domination mode, of course. You got 3 objectives. So right now, the Lizards are doing an aggressive attack on the home objective of the Greenskins, which is giving the Greenskins the home field advantage. It means they're going to be getting the reinforcements up to the field quicker. And honestly, I just think the trading is going to be more and more favorable for dim-witted one. He's going to continue winning these trades. He's going to farm the Bastiladons. And normally you take an aggressive dive on somebody's home objective if you are really trying to stuff them on objectives and you have the means to capture their home objective, or you have all 3 objectives, right? Or you have 2 and are trying to triple cap them. But here this feels a little bit risky for Boss Toss, and we'll see how it works out for him, man. It's a bold strategy, COD. It is a bold strategy indeed. All right. On the backside, Skink cohorts are going to be creeping around. A couple of these guys lurking. I think Boss Toss realizing he needs to maneuver and maybe start playing Objective 3. Velociraptor Cav do get into the Ruggled's Armored Orcs, which is very cost-effective. Those Cudgel Cavalry will be very, very good against the Armored Ruggled's Orcs. So those guys going to get pounded pretty good. And you can see they are hemorrhaging models, so very cost-effective pick right there. Now, will the Lizards be more resurgent here? Will they find a way back in? They're going to have to break through that Arachnarok Spider. The Trolls do get terror-routed right there by the Bastiladon. Pretty funny. They scare easily. And now we get some Orc Biggins coming in. So Orc Biggins are kind of like a forbidden tech from the olden days. They used to be used in matchups as like an anti-large generalist in the front line. And yeah, I mean, in theory, if they're fighting like Kroxigors or Cold One Riders or Feral Cold Ones, things like that, they're not going to have the worst trades in the world. So Boarboy Biggins came out. They pushed back the Feral Cold Ones, and the Cold One Riders are not anti-large. Actually, the Greenskins are going to be a little bit favored in some of the cavalry traits here. Meanwhile, on the other side, Feral Cold Ones did try a flank maneuver, but these are no mere spears, ladies and gentlemen. These are Goblin Spears. So these Goblin Spears, they actually do have anti-large. So they can get in there, and they are actually going to be effective at stopping these Feral Cold Ones, especially under the effect of the wall right there. Not going to be bad. Arachnarok Spider, guys, it smells the slan. It wants a little bit of French cuisine, but it looks like it's going to be disengaging here while the Greenskins continue to maintain their objective. The Trolls and the Biggins are up, and Savage Orcs going to be cruising up where they can. So shit ton of capture weight here for the Green Tide. And it looks like the slan is going to be dropping a Burning Head, which is going to burn through a bunch of goblins, but ultimately ends up being not super impactful. Just kind of cooks the periphery of those guys. And they are going to keep moving, and they are going to keep grooving. Now, the objective's still held by the Green Tide, but the Lizards do have a bit of an onslaught going here between the Fire Slan and the Feral Cold Ones. They do manage to push back the Greenskins, but it's not going to be easy. Savage Orcs coming up, Bolt Thrower Fire shooting into the Slan. I like the Bolt Thrower on the Slan. It's just kind of a constant pressure piece that's going to keep you keep your opponent honest. In the late game, he could be low enough that you can go in and finish him off, right? So little things like that might be able to get her done. Okay, boys, more Savage Orcs coming up to help. They're not going to be great against Golden Riders, but numbers are numbers, and 40 melee attack is 40 melee attack. $20 is $20. Squigs being called in. Interesting choice. I mean, they will be a counter in a way, like a soft counter against these red-crested skinks. And the Savage Orcs are going to get up on the objective. So far, we have seen objective dominance from the dim-witted one. The Greenskins have been able to hold the line pretty effectively. Here comes the Swarm. I love these. These guys are some of my favorite models in the Greenskins. I actually have a box of these guys in tabletop. Never, haven't got them built yet, but, some days, maybe I'll give the Greenskins a good old try. So they get in, and that does provide, like I said, a soft counter against the red-crested skinks. That will give the Goblins the assistance they need to win the Duel of Fates. And, yeah, that's going to be an Ere We Go as well. So, yeah, very, very good DPS on them. Should be able to fold it up. Now, the Arachnarok Spider, I'm sure it wants to get to that Slan, but the Slan is being protected, and we do see the Arachnarok Spider currently sitting at 8 leadership, being bullied by just the swarms of units, and the Golden Riders also putting some good damage on it. Going to be pretty big for the dim-witted one to try and salvage his Arachnarok Spider and then use it in the safety of like his own infantry swarms, right? A little Burning Head action, but look at this. The Trolls and the Blorks, they came back, man. They didn't hear no bell whatsoever. So the Trolls, Orc Boy Spears, and Black Orcs are now going to be threatening the triple cap Boss Toss, which probably would be enough to send him to the pits of the to the brackets. We'll have to see. Pile of Shame, not. I don't know. I don't think does Pile of Shame count if you haven't opened the box yet? If it's still sealed, does it still count as a Pile of Shame in Warhammer Tabletop? I don't know if that's the case. Maybe I'm gonna say no just for selfish reasons. My pile of shame is very small though. I painted almost everything. It's worse? Oh god, it's worse. Oh no. Oh no, I've been owned. So Greenskins get a triple cap, guys. They got a nice little value lead as well. But the Lizards do have some capture weight on this side. But the Goblin, the Spider, probably going to be able to terror out and continue trading well here. On the backside, we do see the Broken Tusk Mob coming up. That's going to be a big difference maker as well. They will annihilate these Golden Spear Riders and provide the much needed capture weight to get to this objective. And Dim-Witted One needs to get a Shaman over here. That's another 3 capture weight. Burning Head activated, and the Squig Hopper is going to be run down here. Yes, yes. The triple cap not going to be lasting for too long. It looks like the Lizards were able to gather their Lizard trinkets, roll over here, and outmuscle the Greenskins on the point. But we got reinforcements coming in. If he stabilizes this, that's probably it for Boss Toss. I think if Boss Toss doesn't reflip this right now, oh man, the Wolf Rider Chads got in. That's 4 capture weight plus another 4 from the Broken Tusk Mob as well. And yeah, that's pretty devastating for Boss Toss. Although he is able to get his home objective back, it looks like. Yep, obviously the Greenskin force there was pretty small, so yeah, not the strongest. Greenskins definitely need to reinforce their home objective. There could be a counterplay from Boss Toss to try and steamroll down here and maybe get some momentum. We'll have to see. The Greenskins are looking thick as hell over here. A lot of sunken value from the Lizards also into the Arachnarok Spider, which, you know, has a little bit of fight left in it. We'll have to see. Fermented Fungi activated onto the Feral Cold Ones. Unfortunately for old Dim-Witted One, they're going to be running the wrong way. Spider charges in, goes out on his shield, down to 600 HP. The Cudgel Cavalry able to do good enough damage to it to definitely punish it a little bit. All right, lads. Orc Shaman, Goblin Wolf Riders are lurking here. A couple Biggins defending the back point. And the Orc Boys are going to go to Objective 3. It looks like Boss Toss is not even going to bother with Objective 3. He's actually going all in to try and steamroll the objective. On this side, shielded the old ones activated, giving a little bit of ward save and leadership to the boys. That's going to be a tough break, though. I mean, Goblin Wolf Riders and the Boar Boy Biggins, the RORs, the Broken Tusk Mob, they are a stalwart pigs. And now it's triple cap territory, right? So the Lizards would need to get all 3 objectives, which is going to be incredibly difficult. Considering we got Boar Boy Biggins back here, as well as Snotling Pump Wagons, that's going to be very, very hard. Here comes the Goblins, boys. They're going to be moving up. They're going to be grooving up. Yes, yes. Steady. Steady as she goes. Who sang that song? Steady as she... That was like in early 2000s. I think it was like... Wasn't that Jack White's side band? Like the Raconteurs or something? Yeah, I can't remember. That is an old reference. Negative 8 leadership right here. Objective 2 looking very firm. And it doesn't look like the Lizards are having really aggressive success of getting this point either. The Goblin could go for an Assassinate on this land, but honestly probably not going to be doable. He's got about 2,000 HP here. Burning Head. Boss Toss looks like he is going to outmuscle the Greenskins on this point. So he is finally going to break through. The capture weight is flipping. So now the biggest thing is going to be grabbing the Night Goblin War Boss as well as the Orc Shaman and fleeing back towards Objective 2. You don't want to get your Lord caught up here and have him be killed by the Lizards. That would actually give Boss Toss a much better fighting chance. We'll see how it goes. The Goblin trying to get away on his little squig. And on the backside, we got Wolf Riders, Pump Wagons coming in. Should be a hard counter against these cohort of Sotek over here. Couple Goblins moving to the backside, and it looks like the Orc Shaman is broken, and the little Gremlin was able to get away. Now, Boss Toss has a little bit of time. Not a whole lot, though. But Greenskins are not the most stalwart faction, but it's more a matter of, like, do you have time to get to the point? The Goblin is actually going to be fighting here. I think he's trying to seduce these guys, so Dim-Witted One is sacrificing his Goblin. Oh, the Tormentor Sword! Nice, he locks down all of Boss Toss's units for, 8 seconds or whatever it is, but that does keep them from getting to the back objective and reinforcing. Yeah, Wolf Rider's going to be running some interference here. Pump Wagons need to be moved back to the objective. A couple Baconators are out as well as the fight rages on. Orc Shaman and the Wolf Riders running interference. Goblins with their 2 capture weight going to be getting up to the point. Boss Toss has about a minute and 40 seconds left to try and get these 2 points right here. The Orc Biggins grinding it out versus the cohort of Sotek. Pump Wagons doing very, very well, cleaving out those troopers. And yeah, here comes some more Boar Boy Biggins spam. They are just the bread and butter that really, really hold together that faction, honestly. So Goblins up, grinding it out. Boar Boy Biggins, where are they at? Where are they from? Where do they hail from? Ooh, nice rampage there on the Feral Cold Ones. That's going to be giving the Boar Boy Biggins a favored fight, so their anti-large will really kick some butt there. And the Feral Cold Ones do get folded up. Only 60 seconds left. Homie's got a minute. I don't know if he's going to be able to get the capture weight up, man. Greenskins are spamming out quite a bit. I mean, but they're not like super heavy on capture weight. But that's a really nice one there, getting the feral cold ones. And here comes some more cold one riders. The Greenskins are certainly sweating bullets a little bit. 40 seconds left for Boss Toss. Boss Toss needs to just force click everything onto the objective and pray to the old ones that he is going to be able to do it. We will have to see. All right, so those guys coming in. There they go. Objective number 2. It's in flux. But only 30 seconds left, guys. That ain't that much time. If the Lizards had one terror-causing unit here, that could be the difference maker. But yeah, they do have the capture weight. Greenskins coming in with Goblins. The capture weight is flipping, but only 20 seconds left, guys. As, yeah, the Greenskins are on the brink of flipping. Oh my god, no way. Boss Toss is not going to get this. Yeah, he's got the Wolf Riders coming out, the Squig Hoppers. The Greenskins are folding a little bit. A lot of their units are wavering. Oh my god. 8 seconds. Oh, it's so freaking close. Look at that. That's what she said. Ooh, 4, 3, 2, 1. And Boss Toss loses by like 2 seconds, bro. Oh my god. What a battle that was. What a freaking cockfight and a half. All right. That was epic. Very, very cool stuff. Man. Yeah, Greenskins, that game was back and forth, dude. Both players looked like they had it at various points, but yeah, Lizards are a little bit grindier. They'll definitely last longer than Greenskins typically. All right. GG, well played. The dog is barking. That means it needs to go outside. I am going to go check this out. And let's see what the brackets look like. I know Marshall pushed forward a live hotfix in the tournament like a true hero. And we're going to go peek at the brackets right now and see if I have my next match. Not yet, but the brackets do look to be working, and I am going to have my next match in a minute. So we'll probably just wait for that. All right, guys, I got to go deal with the beast. Let me go let that thing out real quick. Hola. What's up, sweetie? Is someone at the door? Hello. Outside. Outside, sweetie. Come on. All right, guys, what's happening? The beast has been let out. Yes, Uncle Alert is here. Yeah, Marshall literally fixed the brackets like during the tournament. Yeah. So now they're working. So we can go take a look real quick. So yeah, we got Adler and Hobo Honkers. Attack Speed Enjoyer waiting for the winner of Ajo and Trizik. And looks like that just happened. And wow, and they update live too. Very nice. And then we have myself versus the winner of Kanate and Christopher. I'd much rather face Chaos Dwarves than Vampire Counts. Vampire Counts are pretty favored against Empire these days, I think. Not unwinnable, but it is suffering. And Empire actually has a fair amount of bad matchups. So we got Maximillionaire waiting. Oh, God. And then we have Max Vampire Counts after. Oh. All right, Losers Bracket Finals is here. And on the top side, let's see how this looks. We got Darren Dimwits to play against Scrambled Egg Special and Daniken. Double Ogre Kingdoms running into each other right there. Very, very fun. All right, and did my declared faction thing work? Let's see if it did. Yeah. So, wait. Oh, no, yeah, so I don't know what he's playing. Because I think the declared faction thing, Marshall, I don't know if you're watching this. It seems that it's like, but when people report their scores, it seems to like give them a different faction for some people. Yeah. All right, so we got Christopher's. Let's get him in there. I don't know what he's playing. We're going to find out. All right, Old Man Turin. Hey, worst case, we lose this. We went 2-2 against some great players. So that's solid. But I have faith. Okay, we're up. Empire for me. No, I'm not going to cast the Ogre's Mirror. No, dude, why would I do that? That is just such suffering. I don't think if you're 29, you're an uncle. No, you got to be in your like mid-30s, I think, for that. Yeah. Glade of the Everqueen's going to be the map. Glade of the Everqueen. There we are. Perfect. Oh, okay. He is on Chorfs. Copy that. Click, have fun. So we have another Chorf matchup, but it's a different map too. So yeah, let's get our old build going here. Do any of the other players stream their games? There's a handful of people who stream their games, but nobody else is in this one. Like we could, there might be some people who stream it in the Discords. Like some of the guys who are in a clan, they will sit and chat together and stream their games. during tournaments. So there's that. Yeah. I think over 35 is uncle. Yeah, that's fair. I'm 38. So that's that's a legitimate uncle territory, I would say. Yeah. It is indeed. All right, let's get you. I'm going to get you there. And then. Who do we want to bring Lord-wise? I think I liked what I did last time. I think that's fine. The Rat will always stream their games. So yeah, you can brainstorm how to lose. That's the way to do it, dude. That is the way to do it. Okay, let's get you up here. Drop that, looking good. If you like Total War and Warhammer Tabletop, you're... okay, so I think there's levels of uncle status to actual tabletop. If you are somebody who plays Warhammer Fantasy and Old World, you're even if you're like 21, you're an uncle. But if you play like 40K, that's very popular with young people nowadays, more popular. So I think that would not, to me, constitute uncle territory. But again, that is just me. Okay. Looking fine there. Did the Cold One Knights get a change in the last couple of months? They feel like they're just really good. I mean, Cold One Knights have always been incredibly solid. So yeah, you gotta watch out for those guys. Okay. Build's coming together nicely. And then I need to go let the Chihuahua in. She's like a cat. She's like, oh, I want to go outside and bark at some shit, so I'm gonna just howl in the house. And then you let her in, she just wants back in instantly, you know? So, classic. I'll be right back. All right. What's up? What did we miss? What did we miss? So let's get you guys in there. As far as the cab option goes, Empire Knights are always great. Yeah, they're pretty good. You're going to want some of that. And then... oh, man, I want to bring a Luminarch so bad, guys. You don't know how badly I want this glorious Luminarch in the game. I want it, Precious. I want it. All right. Are they any good here? Probably not. Yeah, we're just playing one faction tonight. Keep it simple. We're just basically testing the double elimination on the website. And yeah, we managed to fix a couple of the problems, and it seems to be working pretty good right now. So we're very pleased with that. Okay. Looks fine to me. And then it went all downhill at 23. Okay, the first time, this is highly anecdotal, but the first time that I noticed a difference, like a big physical difference, and like I can put on weight faster difference was like probably 35, 36. That was like where it changed, where it's like, oh, I can't eat like shit anymore, or else I'm going to be a fat chungus. Like, you get punished for your sins at that age, you know? Whereas, like, before, in my early 30s, you know, I could just feast and still, you know, look fine, right? Yeah. But times are changing, dude. Times are a-changing. Okay. It's kind of cheeky, but hard to protect. It is a little bit of a cheeky one. Okay, I think this build's kind of rad. It's got some cool shit. Yeah, hold the line there is good. I think we're fine here. Do we need more Nevergift Knights? The Reiksguard RORs, I feel like, are kind of an auto take these days. Yeah, they're just so nice. Getting Vanguard deployment on like a heavy shock cav unit is just so good. So freaking strong. All right. Do we need that? I don't think so. I think it's a little bit too much to protect. 500, and we get you guys out. Good luck, have fun to my opponent. I think we're ready. I'm very excited for the day that metabolism catches up to you. Why are you excited? How tall am I? I'm about 5'10". Yeah, 5'10 and a half, technically, but I just say 5'10". Not gonna be like, I'm 5'10 and a half, bro. No, I'm 5'10". Yeah. Give or take. Right now, I'm about 5'10", 185 pounds, which is, for all of you Europeans, it is 185. 83 kilos. Yeah. 83 kilos. Yeah, a couple things though. Bread was probably my biggest downfall. That was like, you know how in the Odyssey movie, it's like, the fall of Troy was like the catalyst for the Bronze Age stuff. In that movie, of course. For me, the fall of Troy was like bread making. That's the first time I got like obese. Was when I learned to make bread. You're 6'5" and you can't eat enough food to maintain a good weight. It's tough. Damn, dude, you're like you got the opposite. Yeah. If you're 5'10", I should just be saying I'm 6 foot. Yeah. There you go. Tall boy, 5'5", 110. Yeah. You got to get there. Thank you for the jewels, man. I don't even know what those do. It's a new YouTube thing, I guess. Yeah. I'm ready, just waiting for my opponent to ready up. We can get rid of the army blocker right now. Thank you, Wookie, for your eternal service. Hopefully he's not like watching the stream back and counter building me. That would be pretty unfortunate. But if he is, it is what it is. It's the disadvantage of streaming, I guess. Do you use any presets for your armies? I raw dog it. I used to, but I like to just build armies from scratch. I find it encourages creativity. Granted, it doesn't lend itself to consistency, but it's I like building armies from scratch. It's fun. 5'11", that's basically 6 foot, so you might as well just say 6'1". Yeah, no, I get that. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. Nope. I do not use pre-built armies. I've been made a couple guides in the past, but they just become outdated so quickly. I'm just like, oh. As soon as there's like a DLC and a balance patch, it just everything changes, you know? No, that's 6'2" minimum. Yeah. No, yeah, it's good. All right, Empire Chowie. The Chowie Czar, dude. Most evil of Chaos Dwarfs. We beat them once today. We will see what sort of witchcraft they can bring to the field. He's given me a bit of time. It's kind of making me think about maybe doing something a little different with my build. No bread, dude. No more. Dude, I am in the process of working off the bread potbelly. I got such a bread potbelly. It is so rotund. And I've been spending the past 3 weeks suffering and grinding through this just haggard potbelly. I saw myself in the mirror one night. I was like walking past the bed and there's a mirror in the room. And I was like, I saw the profile of myself. I saw that my jowls were like getting like fat and my belly was sticking out. And I was like, dude, I can't live like this anymore. That was the thing. Yeah. The profile is what kills you, dude. When you are a little overweight and you see yourself from the side perspective, especially when you don't have a shirt on, it's the most crushing thing. But I respond to bullying. So I tell my wife, I'm like, when I get fat and overweight, I need you to bully me. I need you to say that you want me to lose weight and you're going to like it more. So you just bully me into it. And it works. With me, it works. Like I take it seriously. Yeah. Yeah. Grease is staring back in the mirror. That's right. Your wife graduated from culinary school and maybe gained 20 pounds. That'll do it. That'll do it. 100%. Should have thrown the mirror out. Yeah. So I changed up the build a little bit, but it's not too different. And so I got Outriders, Gelts. We have the double captain squad. And then I started with 3 Empire Knights this time and some Blazing Sun Chads. So we're going to send one out here. He's just going to go get our home objective. Yeah. It's pictures for me. I can delude myself in the mirror, but pictures I just can't get past. Yeah, that's true. That also was a factor for me, too. I saw... So during Valentine's Day, I took my wife out to like a nice dinner and like there was a picture of the two of us and she just looked super hot. And I was like, and then I was next to her and I just looked like an ogre. I looked like Greasus. I was like, dude, I can't do this to her. This is so unfair, you know? Oh, it's so unfair. I just like finished eating a massive like fried chicken thing and I was just straight Greasus, dude. Oh, anyways, yeah, rant's over for the day. Let's focus on the game, yeah. I am supreme. He's gonna hide Deathshriekers in the woods. That's what you do on this map. Greasus and Alariel on a date. Yeah, Greasus and the Tsarina Katarine on a date was basically what it was. No, no voluptuous. No. Shrek. I was Shrek and Fiona. Yeah. Yeah. Black Lions are pretty good in a couple matchups, actually. I don't know what he's taking so long to deploy for. Hopefully he's not waiting for the 20 seconds stream delay. Although he could just go to Twitch if he really wanted to stream snipe me. Dude, yeah, we did become the average Eastern European couple. We became that stereotype. But it wasn't always like this, I swear. When we first started dating, I was handsome and fit. All right. Okay, let's move you into the trees, and you guys are going to move up. And it's going to be... How many Death Shriekers? Probably 2 in the trees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And double Death Shriek? No, actually just infantry. Okay, that's cool. All right, so we got the double Outrider, which I'm a big enjoyer of those guys. And then we're just going to call in some Grundle's defenders to get up here and hold this point. Wookie was above me on the hotness rating. Dude, how dare you, bro? Throwing me to the dogs like that? Is that a Lamasu? I think it is. All right, I'll take some free shots. Sure, why not? Light him up, baby. Outriders are so cool. He's going to call in Wolf Riders, obviously. But I got all these guys waiting in the wings to help out. All right, so let's keep harrying and hunting this guy. We can go hunt him with these characters. I think he's just going wide, which means we're going to just have to hold our back objective against an onslaught. But yeah, it's going to be quite a bit. So let's just start shooting at those Dowizar warriors. Those are Infernal Guard Fireglaves. Okay, so that is where the real bread of his army is. So we rip a shot. Very nice. Yeah, he dodges most of it. And you guys are going to keep doing your thing. You can dive and start farming some of the goblins. And let's call in some greatswords next. Yeah, get the greatswords out. See what they can do. All right, so we're shooting. I'm just going to keep lighting these guys up. And the Black Lions should be able to mess up those Fireglaves over the course of the battle. We'll have to see. Yeah, I don't mind just lighting up a bunch of chaff units. Yeah, I don't hate it. Although it does feel a little bad. Gelt is here. I have Searing Dooms, which we just drop on top of the Fireglaves, 100%. Let's get these characters out right now. And we can bring you in to just charge these goblins. It's a little risky, but let's scoot up. All right, so we got the double cap for now. We're going to go get you guys to jump on this. And I think I take 2 Empire Captains. We get on top of them, and then we drop the fat bombardments on them afterwards. Yeah, that's going to be the game plan. A little bit of this, and we can call in some free company militia with the guns over here. So we do get on top of these guys, and now we just drop a Searing Doom on their head when they're tied up, while the 2 Knights of Sigmar run shit over. And his dudes are already kind of dunked on. Yeah, that's really good for us. So Bull Centaur Renders come out. Fireglaves are trash canned at the moment, which is outstanding. And the Black Lions are going to need to retreat back, and we can... Where are the greatswords at? And they're on their way over. That's a huge start for us, though. We just trash canned a lot of his stuff. And, yeah, now we just got to deal with the Bull Centaurs. Those goblins should be paying the troll toll here soon. And save the ammo. Let's start shooting at the Bull Centaur Renders. We don't care about the injured Fireglaves, really. Let's get you guys back, get the free company on the edge of the objective, and hopefully we can hold it. All right, so everything's going more or less according to plan right now, I would say. You guys get here. You guys park on the edge of the objective. And the Bull Centaur Renders are getting nailed by the Black Lions. Greatswords can come up, engage against these guys. Let's charge back in. And prepare for more Searing Dooms, basically. Yeah, that's going to be the play. So what are these? These are Infernal Guard. Infernal Guard are going to be tough to beat, so I think we just yield this objective for now, let them have it. And we pay the price. Yeah, we got to just let them have that. We can't win it, so we're going to call out more grenade launchers, keep shooting at the Bull Centaur Renders. I think he ran into the trees with them, I'm not sure. So for now, we just point blank shot these freaking Infernal Guard. I think that's going to be fine. All right, up you go, up you go. The Empire Knights are having a good time. Let's run to the back of these dudes, and we can send you here. And it looks like it is going to be an Iron Demon being called out, so we need to be very conservative with ammo on these guys now. Grenade launcher you. Keep these Empire Knights waiting in the wings. And, yeah, we can just chase his lord. It's fine. The Bull Centaurs are in the bushes somewhere. Probably getting these Fireglaves fully offline is going to be a good play, so we're going to just drop this and then run as soon as that happens. So the Greatswords are coming. Here comes the Bull Centaurs. Obviously, that is the smart play. And let's shoot the Bull Centaurs again, get the Empire Captains out of here. I'm kind of really enjoying these Empire Captains, by the way. They're very fun. And he drops the Final Transmute on me, which is not too bad. We just fan out so it doesn't hit any extra units. And now the Captains can come back this way, and we need to get you back. So he's eating a shit ton of firepower right now. It is really starting to add up. Let's get on those Chaos Dwarf Warriors. And, yeah, Gelts has just been kind of Searing Doom enjoyer. Yeah, on the back, what do we call out? Silver Bullets. They're going to be good, too. We have a lot of shooting. And yeah, these free company militia, they're dropping the thunder. Let's get you guys in there, pull you guys up, get the grenade launchers to go shoot, and we can go chase his lord again with the 2 captains. And there is yet another Iron Demon coming out. All right, the evil Iron Demon is upon us. Let's get those guys here. Gelt could drop Searing Doom, but I think just save my magic for now. Grenade launchers, Shrek those guys. You guys shoot into those Infernal Guard. Nice Searing Doom on his side, that was good. Although he did miss my Greatswords, so that's pretty good for me. Alright, so let's unleash there, call in some roadblocks, and the Black Lions need to start shooting at you as well. You gotta love Outriders, so freaking cool. And he's hiding his lord there, so yeah, I don't want any of that smoke, we're just gonna run away. Subjective is flipping, the grenade launchers are doing huge damage, and Balthazar Gelt can throw some hands here. But let's just keep shooting at it, and the Black Lions should be unleashing a full volley. We'll get you guys back up on the hill. Gelt could run in, we can also trap this thing. Dude, it's getting freaking lit up right now, dude. Oh, I'm loving it. Honestly, the tech we've developed against Chaos Dwarfs tonight, I think, is working pretty damn well. It's the builds have been clean against Dwarfs, that is, not against everyone. All right, so we keep shooting. The Empire Captains can run it down. Let's get the Outriders to continue chasing, and the Silver Bullets are now postured up on the hill, dude. It's almost as if I predicted it. Yes, here he comes. Light him up, boys. The Powder of Sigmar will prevail. Let's get you guys in. He does get on top of our grenade launchers, which feels pretty bad. They just got freaking wrecked. Oh my god. And what is that? Another Fireglaive in the woods? Alright, so we send the captains in to fight the Fireglaves. Yeah, the Black Lions can kind of posture here and shoot at them also. Maybe we wait a little bit. Yeah, so that guy should go down to the guns here in a second. Is it a line of sight thing? Or are they just like having issues? Yeah, let's see. Alright, yeah. Gotta love line of sight. That is going to be one nice thing about 40k is hopefully better line of sight. We will see what it truly works like in multiplayer. All right, Outriders are coming up. Let's get them over here to support a little bit. Silver Bullets are going to be creeping. And we can send these Empire Knights to go tar pit the Fireglaves, and then we can actually just drop a Searing Doom on their head. Yeah, just like this. It's going to be fine. All right, so the captains are nearby. Silver Bullets are going to now be able to unleash something. Let's get on the objective, and we can start shooting here as well. It looks like 53 HP on that bad boy. And here comes the Bull Centaurs. Yeah, no surprise. Demogryph Knight ROR, let's get them out. And the Silver Bullets can unleash on the Bull Centaur Renders. And the Black Lions can shoot at them as well. If we get those guys down, he's not going to have the means to really contest a lot of space with us. And the grenade launchers can come here and start helping to clear that push he's going to be trying out on the other side. All right, you guys fight. Bull Centaur Renders kind of getting cooked up a little bit. The grenade launchers, we're going to need them. And I think we just send in some roadblocks. Yeah, let's get you and you. So you guys come up there. Make sure we don't lose that point. Here comes his lord. The 2 Empire Captains are still lurking. I am losing grip of the objective, which feels bad. Let's dodge that if we can. Demogryph Knights, I can now take a fight versus the Bull Centaurs. For now, I guess we just fight these guys. We did mostly dodge that, which is good. Outriders, let's get them here. Grenade launchers are doing good work. So far, the trading has been effective. And you can see his lord is getting bullied a little bit, which is excellent. And yeah, we gather you guys up. Keep shooting at the Fireglaves. We could actually go charge them right now. Maybe try and bait the Bull Centaurs out. See if we can. Let's get you guys back. And you guns can shoot here. Grenade launchers keep teeing off. And yeah, it's going to be the Reiksguard Knights next. Is he going to land on the ground? Looks like he's trying to. He's thinking about it. All right, so this guy's getting lit up. The Demogryph Knights are going to obviously just engage against it. They can. Let's pull you back this way. And we did lose the objective, which feels kind of bad. And you guys, I don't hate this idea, actually. The idea of just getting a big final transmutation on the Bull Centaur Renders while the captains are kind of sacrificial fodder. Or I should say just champions of Sigmar, you know, making a sacrifice for the greater good here. But yeah, you guys need to get a shot there. The captains did do some decent work. And now we want to do a Searing Doom right there on them. Yeah, a little bit of a sketchy game. Could still go either way. Does not look like he's going to play this. Let's pull these Empire Knights over here. The Demogryph Knights kill those Chorf Warriors, and the Outriders are still melting quite a bit. And the Infernal Guard are bleeding a ton of value. Let's get these guns on the low ground here. You guys shoot, and can they frickin' break, please? Let's get Gelt to go run them down. Yes, Gelt will get his hands dirty. Yeah, a little bit sloppy on the micro side on my part. We are going to get that other Iron Demon down, which is giving us a huge value lead. Let's pop this. Get the Reiksguard Knights coming up. Silver Bullets can just light up these Chaos Dwarves, or those 3 company can. We just put a little bit of hurt down on them, move you over here. And the Demis, yeah, we can take this fight. I will have another final transmutation soon, so I'm going to bait a blob fight. And let's get you guys to continue turning about. Yeah, run from this. And you Outriders can go there. And it looks like one captain did survive, so we're just going to send him into party. You wheel around the outside, get those guns offline, go here. You guys go here. And hopefully they can take down the Iron Demon. We're going to see. Famous last words. Famous last words. All right, so now do we have enough for an overcasted one? We do, but... Ah, man. Okay, I can do one more final transmutation. Do I need to even do it here, though? I don't think so. I don't think it's that good. So the Black Lions are going to just take these guys off the objective eventually. Let's unsummon you guys. And we're going to need to get capture weight coming because he's catching us on points, which is not great. All right, points and points. Let's move you guys up. The captain is going out on a shield, chasing like a true Chad. I don't have a great answer for those Wolf Riders right there. Where are the Reiksguard Knights? Yeah, they're busy, out of position. Any Empire Knights that I can bring? Yeah, because the smart play is to use his Wolf Riders to run me down here. So I think we just run back into the trees and do what we can. Let's do this. Gelt is going to be chasing. Can't seem to just wrestle these damn points from him. It's tricky. And I think this is actually the way. Yeah, we just do a final transmutation on this train. It's got to go. It's got to go offline, man. Can't have that thing online anymore. All right, so Empire Knights out of the back. Let's get them here. They're going to come in. Hopefully run you guys down. Let's get you Chads right there. You guys unleash here. And the Demogryphs, yeah, fighting a good fight. Fighting a good fight. Okay, we do break them there. The train has freaking like 100 HP left. Let's go see if I can get it down. And yeah, are we going to get this? A lot of his units are getting lit up. I do have good capture weight coming in. It is getting to that later stage in the game where it can get a little bit sketchy. Let's move you guys up. Just finish off those Infernal Guard. The Pain Train has gone down, and the grenade launchers should take down these Chaos Dwarf Warriors. We're going to move you around, and I have enough for like one more nice bombardment here. Reiksguard Knights can do this, and that is another Iron Demon. Yeah, he's churning out. The old Forges of Hashut are quite online right now. That is for sure. Maybe we could just get a quick cheese on it. Maybe. I don't know. The Black Lion unsummoned too will be pretty good. All right, so we're chasing it, and you guys are going to work on getting this points. Let's send you. Do we brute force this? Yeah, I think we brute force this side. I think that's the smarter play. Could be wrong, but we'll find out. All right, so his Lord's up in the sky. We need to get this before it becomes triple cap. Unsummon the Black Lions is going to be a huge refund for us. And Geltz is getting lit up. That's not good. All right, so I did almost throw there. If I can just juke these shots, then we're going to be fine. So Gelt just needs to weasel away here. Perfect, perfect. And the grenades and company can move up to his home objective. Gelt just needs to get away. And Outriders, yeah, we're trying to light him up, man. It ain't easy. All right, you guys move up. You guys move up. And you Silver Bullets can go try and take down the Lord while you guys march up on the point there. We're going to do like a feigned 3-court press where we're not actually going to go for a 3-court press, but we're kind of pretending to keep them honest. And for call-ins, yeah, Empire Knights are going to be great here. All right, so let's move up. Engage against the Iron Demon. The Outriders are going to hopefully light it up. Let's get you guys over here. And I have enough, I think, for one more Searing Doom. And that's basically it. All right, let's get on the Infernal Chad Fire Glaives. Let's do this. Silver Bullets are also going to start shooting into them. It's getting very sketchy here, though, guys. It's getting very dodgy. I need to get this like 5 minutes ago. Okay, I do get the capture weight in here, which is good. You guys can run in, take those Fire Glaives offline, and let's get both Outriders parked on the edge of the objective. And the Empire Heavy Cav need to get in, too. All right, so I mean, I don't really have much to call in. Captain is like just what I got. So he's going to go for it. We have the 2 Outriders in. So we're going to move them up and start shooting at the Iron Demon right here. And then you Heavy Cav can go tie down this. The grenades, yeah, got to keep holding. Anything else to call in that is, yeah, literally just the captain. So I need to unsummon some dudes. The dudes for the dude god need to be unsummoned. But it looks like we are going to flip this point. Got to keep them off. Got to keep them off. Move up on the point, guys. Move up on the point. I need this objective, like, right now. And then I can't really afford to lose it again. All right, so you go chase down the Lord. The Outriders are there. And the 2 State Troopers do arrive up on it, which is good. Although Captain, probably better to kill the Iron Demon, honestly. All right, so how's this looking here? Demogryph Knights need to be unsummoned. Reiksguard Knights. This is where not unsummoning properly could cost me the game. We'll see if it ends up mattering, but it may be a problem. Because he's got a lot of cap weight coming in right now. Yeah, you can see it. It's nasty. Let's get those Silver Bullets in too. And you guys are going to weasel around. And yeah, we're just going to have to call in whatever the hell we can. Grenade launchers are out of ammo, and he is going to be able to potentially push me here. Let's go get you guys with this. A couple Wolf Riders lurking, and again, I don't really have an answer for that. Yeah, this could be bad for us. Could be bad. Like, I just have these captain characters, which, yeah, I'm going to have to pay a huge premium for these Empire Knights. I just need bodies out on the field, guys. So they're holding it down. The Spearmen need to move up on the points, and you guys need to get up on the point too. So let's make sure we get as much as we can there. Yeah, Captain hopefully finishes that off. Spearmen are up. Good. Outriders are there. Silver Bullets need to get up on the point too. And I think he's got me, actually. I think he ends up winning this. Holy shit. That's quite a battle. Quite a battle. I felt like we had the advantage, but I don't even know where we threw it. Somewhere along the line we threw it, for sure. Because, yeah, he's got the tide. I think more greatswords. We needed more greatswords. Yeah, I felt like I just didn't have the means to fight his infantry swarms. Unsummoning, too, was also bad. If we could have unsummoned better, it might have made a difference. But I thought the build worked pretty well. I liked it. I thought it was a good build. It was just player error. Like, I threw somehow. Yeah, he gets this. Let's do that. Yeah, paying 1,500 for an Empire Knight doesn't feel good. It does not feel great. Geld's trying to run it down. We do stabilize our back objective, but he's got all the other points. We're mostly routed off right now. And he's got... The elite infantry kind of caught me off guard a little bit. Yeah, no, he outgrinded me. Because I ran out of munitions on a lot of my carry pieces. Like, the Black Lions ran out, the grenades ran out, and then his army was still there to grind. Like, with all of its durability, right? Yeah, great game. Well played to him, dude. No excuses. He just played really well. And I did not play as well as him. GG, dog. Great game. So yeah, more greatswords. The captains weren't as good there because he didn't bring the artillery. That is true. Maybe the captain's in reserve, but yeah, overall, I mean, a pretty meta. This isn't meta. Triple Infernal Guard is not meta, but the trains and the Fireglaves, yeah, they don't really have that many units, so that's usually what you're going to see. I know, dude. I thought we had them. The trains did eat a lot of value. I think I killed 3 this game. Killed 3 over. All right, so that is going to advance him on, and he's going to be playing Maximillionaire on the Vampire counts, I think. So let me get Max and hit him up, and we're going to cast his games. Not Mad Max, Maximillionaire. Maximillionaire lobby code, please. Yeah, I think we just needed a couple greatswords. Honestly. And maybe the Empire captain's in reserve instead of in your starting army. Grenadiers had good. My grenade launchers did good. They actually farmed a ton of value. But he just swarmed me with tanky dudes, basically is what it was. And we're going to cast the next game, which is going to be Max versus the gentleman we just played. Christopher. What do you think in that matchup is double engineer? It's fine. Yeah, you go double engineer. Yeah, because then you have restock too. So double engineer, but like I was worried about double Deathreaker hiding in the trees. I think the build's fine. I can remember that build. Yeah, engineers can also shoot the trains, but they can. I really just needed more infantry clearing power, dudes. It was rough. Report score. Let me tell him. Let's get in the lobby. Report that win, dog, and play Max. All right, so the tournament's moving along nicely. Thank you guys for joining tonight. It's been a fun little late night session. The wife gets back tomorrow. I have been home alone for the past month growing a castaway beard. She's been back in Poland visiting her family. And I am just like Tom Hanks in Castaway right now, dude. You know? Look at this. Holy shit. We get Slanesh bots. You guys remember when the Slanesh bots used to join chat? And now we're getting, what are these? Oh man, we're getting religious bots. That's hardcore. Wow, they're stepping up their game. Who sits there and is just like, you know what? I'm going to make a bot and spam people's channel just with religious sacred texts. You know, it's great. Hey, it's something, you know. And they don't give you a link either. So they're just trying to spread a message. There's proselytizing, yes. Double Witch Hunter? No. He would have killed... Witch Hunters would get run over by... They would get run over by the trains because they don't have a mount. Yeah. Where's my Wilson? I have a soccer ball in the garage, which is Wilson. That's actually really funny. I might actually paint like a face on the soccer ball. And then when Anna gets home tomorrow, I'm going to like put it somewhere and see if she notices. Yeah. Surprised it's not Mr. Beast contest bots. Yeah, those raid our Discord a lot. We get the Mr. Beast bots like all up in our Discord. This matchup's actually even. Vampire counts and Chaos Dwarves is pretty even. It's fun. Just big monsters fighting, basically. Christian bots. Yeah, we get Christian bots sometimes. We've never gotten Mormon bots. We've never gotten Jehovah's Witness bots. We've never gotten those. I feel neglected. Although the Mormons do come to my house. They roll up sometimes. We've had a couple Jehovah's Witnesses too. Yeah. You know what? Next time, like one of those like dudes comes up to my door, I should like challenge them to a game of Warhammer. But like, dude, if you beat me in a game of Warhammer 40,000, they just like roll up at the front door and you just open the garage and there's a fully set up game table. You beat me in a game of 40K and we'll talk, you know, or like in Magic or something. Oh my god. So AI companies are, yeah. I turned that off on Twitch. There was a notification on Twitch. Well, not even a notification. They slipped it in. They slipped the tip in there, dude. Twitch basically added a feature on the Twitch channels that is like, do you want to allow AI to train off your channel or not? And it comes on yes by default. So if you didn't know about it, they just train off your channel. Yeah. But I mean, look, they're doing like the AI is doing it anyways. Like yeah, we're doomed. It's either going to be like Star Trek or we're going to have like or there'll be like, what the hell is that? Yeah, in Star Trek, there's an AI problem, right? No, that's in 40K. You have the AI, yeah, the Men of Iron. And then in Star Trek, I think there is an AI problem too. No, there's not, right? In Star Trek, you got the, you're Mormon and you play tabletop. Oh shit, dude. Bruce is coming for me. Oh, the Mormon steel chair. I love it, dude. The Borg? Okay, the Borg are a problem. Yeah, the Borg are a problem. I love it, Bruce. Hell yeah, man. I love it. I love it so much. The Voyager was an AI problem, right? In the first movie. I'm trying to remember, yeah. You're dreaming if you think we're going to get Star Trek. Well, hear me out. Hear me out, okay? In Star Trek, we get... If you guys know the lore of Star Trek, basically, like, humanity comes to the modern age, like the 21st century, where we are now. And then there's a dark age after that. So, like, there's, like, a downfall of humanity where it becomes, like, a haggard dark age. And then they come out of the dark ages. And that's, I think, when the Vulcan come and make contact with humans and, like, welcome them and share technology and stuff. I can't remember. But there is a dark age. If you've ever watched Deep Space Nine, there's that whole saga where Q is like no, that's not Deep Space Nine. That's TNG. Sorry, Q is in both of them, but he's showing Picard what humanity was like. He's like showing them the trials and the witchcraft and like the rampant theology and like all of that basically. You guys remember that, yeah? AI in Star Trek. I mean, the Borg kind of are like that, but the Borg are also like a hive mind, and the leader of the Borg isn't like an AI. It's like a sentient being, right? The Dark Age was a nuclear war. That's what it was. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, AI definitely can be a little bit creepy, man. You see a lot of that on YouTube now. Like it's just like the YouTube thumbnail game has been changed forever. Like the AI, I think what do they call the AI slop thumbnails? They're everywhere. Like, dude, like just everywhere. Like on big mainstream channels. Not every element of those thumbnails will be AI, but oftentimes like the background and the elements in the back will be AI. Yeah, it's taken over, dude. They're gonna execute order 66 on us eventually, dude. We're gonna be like the Terminator. What you don't exactly, that's the duality of it, right? Like AI being used in medical and research fields is great, that's like what it should be getting used for. Yeah, it's gonna put a lot of people out of work for sure, especially like folks who work fast food industry, those type of jobs. It's rough. AI slot videos. Oh, I know. Those are so annoying with like the AI voiceovers. I hate those so much. I hate those. The boomer in me just I can feel the boomer transformation happening when I see those. It's artists get it really rough. It is incredibly rough. Like even 4 or 5 years ago, you would like somebody doing YouTube, right? You would pay an artist to like do graphics for your channel and like logos and things like that. I'm obviously very fortunate because I have a wife who's can do it all and draw it all and super talented. But yeah, now AI will spit it out in like 10 seconds, and it just steals from other people, right? That's what it's doing. Yeah. All right. So it begins. I viscerally hate the AI thumbnails. Yeah, but we're going to age out, Like we're going to age out and AI will be so good. It's going to be indiscernible indiscernible from regular ones, right? Like, I think millennials have like a bit of pushback towards AI, not like completely. Like using AI for like research and things like that is great, but there is a bit of like media pushback towards AI I think for millennials. But like Generation Alpha, they don't give a shit. These kids are raised on it. Like it's what they know. They use it to cheat on their homework. To them, it's going to become normal. Yeah. Gen Z, though, is pretty adjacent to millennials. We had a pretty similar experience, right? Like a lot of Gen Z kids were born in the 90s, early 2000s. They weren't like really raised with AI as much. Yeah. All right. So let's get it, guys. Let's break down the armies. Thank you for the silver stars. The 2 jewels. Thank you, man. Yeah. Early Gen Z here. You hate it. Yeah. It is what it is, though. We can all like age and then become curmudgeons and sit on our porches when we're old and just shake our fists angrily at all the new stuff. That's, it's the tradition of humanity after all, right? Yeah. All right, guys. You know what? Okay, my last prediction is I think that there will be like, how like, at least myself, like when I was in college and, young adult, we used to like go out to, places and we used to go out places, but there was like that more rustic element of socialization, right? Like I remember vividly going to nightclubs when I was in college and standing awkwardly in the corner and just having zero success and just, but like there is a charm to that. It like teaches you rejection. It teaches you, social elements. I think that there will be like a weird renaissance where Generation Alpha is going to be so overexposed to AI and like online, social media dating that there will be like a renaissance back towards like rustic socialization. You know what I'm saying? Like there will start to be businesses opened that are like centered around person to person social interactions. It will become like a trendy thing down the road. Not maybe like 10, 15, 20 years from now. Anyways. Hey, Jacob, thank you. I appreciate that. All right, guys, so welcome to this Duel of Fates. It is going to be a bunch of Hobgoblin Wolf Riders, backed up by Zaytan the Black, and a Demonsmith Sorcerer. So, yeah, I don't hate that. AoE silence against Vampire, Wizards and Harry Potter's magic resistance as well. And then we do have a Demonsmith Sorcerer with Final Transmutation to Blob Punish, basically, which is going to be the case. All right, one sec, guys. I'll be right back. The dog, I think somebody might be at the door. All right, it's just Chihuahua things. She just, I think, saw like some sort of an animal out the window, and yeah, we'll get back to the discussion afterwards because I do find it very interesting, actually. Yeah. All right, so Zaytan the Black, Demonsmith Sorcerer, Fireglaves also, and some skirmishers in the back. For Maximillionaire's army, it is going to be a Goose, 2 Vampire Casters with Immortal Will, which is very nice. It's so much free HP, right? Because you essentially get a massive heal on a stick, which is going to be available to both the vampires, and they both have melt costs. And Helman Gorst! Oh shit! The Gordis engine, baby! He's back! Yeah, I know. The Mormons heard me, dude. I had a couple Mormon homies I went to school with. Those guys could ball, man. They were they took the basketball quite seriously. We had a couple Mormon dudes on my football team who were also very, very good. I know Brigham Young University has some pretty serious sports programs. But alas, and that's where the guys from my school ended up going, yeah. They went to Brigham Young to play some ball. Okay, skirmish continues. Breath attack of the gods here from the Goose onto the Demonsmith Sorcerer. Does some respectable damage. Maximillionaire, gonna have to fight. Oh, dude, look who it is. It's the big dog. Look at this. We got the Kadai Destroyer. Oh, dude, Dad is here, and he is pissed. All right, all right. So yeah, the Destroyer is going to be a problem. I mean, yeah, the Cryptors can drag it down and tie it up, which is what they want. But the Final Transmutation is going to be very punishing on this blob. Like, dropping it on Helman Gor's face and using the Breath Attack from the... Oh, no, he brought a Lamasu, right? So he's not going to have the Breath Attack here. Yeah. All right, well, we're going to see how it goes. We will see how it goes. So Kadai Destroyer's in. Infernal Chad Fireglaves are going to be lighting up the Cryptors in the back, while we do see some supporting fire coming in from the Hobgoblins as well. Uh-oh, a little bit of a blunderooski here from Christopher, so Napez is his name now, letting Zaytan the Black get 2v1 to by these vampire ladies. You know, this is not how he fantasized this in his dreams, getting beaten up by these two vampire ladies. And he is going to be forced back. However, the Infernal Chad Fireglaves are doing some good damage. You know, laying into the Corpse Guard, into the Cryptors a little bit, but now it looks like the dead are going to be coming on their way in. All right, guys. So it begins the dead march to the fire and flames of war. And they do not want to be fighting that fire, but, you know, they're literally fighting a giant fire demon. So, and honestly, this Chaos Dwarf build is not the meta way to play this matchup. The meta way is to spam 4 frickin' Kadai Fireborn, basically, and then just call out, like, you know, Destroyer is an option. There's a couple other options, but Kadai Fireborn spam is the meta way to play this matchup. Now, over here on the outside, the Vampiresses get beat up by that Final Transmutation. Very, very nice. The reason for double casters is to play the single entity fight. So you bring double caster because the Vampiresses are very good fighters, and they give you the ability to fight the Chaos Dwarf single entities, and they have free healing, which means you don't need to babysit them. Blood Knight's called in for Maximillionaire, and it does look like Count Chocula and the vampires were able to get the objective. So the dead do move forth. There they go. And the Kadai Fireborn are a really big problem for the vampire counts in this matchup because they hard counter, like, yeah, they hard counter most of the roster, honestly. There's not too many things the vampire counts have that are good against them. Maybe Blood Knights and Open Field are, because Blood Knights have a different kind of healing mechanic. They have the hunger, so they're not technically weak to fire, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, it's not regeneration. Cryptors regenerate, therefore they're weak to fire. All right, so the fight rages on. The Kadai, not Kadai, but the Infernal Chad Fireglaves continuing to shoot, and the Destroyer has zeroed in. We have a Kaiju fight going down as the Terrorgeist has met its match. Oh, that's so cool looking, dude. I love the Kadai Destroyer. I just hope 40k can, like, mirror the epicness that we do have here in this engine. Oh, he's like skeeting firebombs out. How freaking cool is that? All right, Hobgoblin Wolf Riders in the back attacked by the Dire Pack, and the Dire Pack feasting. It looks like the Chaos Dwarf player did blunder his micro, and 2 of his skirmish cav get run down by the Dire Pack. That should not happen. As Chaos Dwarves, you should be able to call out your Hobgoblin Riders and, you know, have some success there. But Blood Knights get a surround on Zaytan, so Zoltan landed to attack the Vampiresses, got beat up, and then countercharged by the Blood Knights. Demon Smith Sorcerer trying to help, but Zoltar is going to be running away. He is broken. He popped the armor of Gazrak. How the hell you say it? Is it Gazrak? Let me see that. Gazrak, yes. And he is going to be retreating back. In the meantime, the Demon Smith Sorcerer able to get a break on the Blood Knights, but Maximillionaire going to smell the blood in the water, and he is going to be using the Vampire Sorcerer, Vampirus of Shadows to hunt down this character. But the Fireglaves, with a little bit of peeling fire, do some good damage there, but she pops the Immortal Will, which is going to be a big percentage-based heal. It heals almost 1% HP per second, so I think it's like a 8 to 10% heal, which is pretty good. And she is going to get the finish on Zaytan, if not chase him off the battlefield. Really nice Searing Doom coming down, though. And we do see your boy. Helman Gorse is getting a little bit low. The big dog, the Kadai Destroyer, is going to be going after him. Blood Knights are low. And a Final Transmutation here would be super devastating. I mean, that would be doing so much damage. Fireglaves are moving up, kind of playing it like quarterbacks in the pocket. So those bad boys are there. Zombies tying up Fireglaves is very cost-effective. One Goose is at -7 leadership and is going to be potentially crumbling down here soon. You can see 1,000 HP right there, and he is going to be landing to attack that Demon Smith Sorcerer. So the Demon Smith Sorcerer is wavering. Anti-large Goose attacks. The Goose rating is no joke. Kadai Destroyer getting a rear charge into the Goose, and it looks like the Goose might be breaking, ladies and gentlemen. On the backside, Big Dog is off, so Zoltor is off the battlefield, but maybe the Hobgoblins are going to be able to avenge their Overseer. They are chasing. They have the Vampire very low. The Vampire not liking this at all, getting lit up by these arrows, and the fire irrelevant if she tries to heal, of course. Back in the epicenter of combat, the Gortys engine is kind of enduring a little bit, though. Looks like he has stabilized. The Cryptors are circle beating this Kadai Destroyer, and Cryptors are really good against monsters, actually. They have incredible mass, and they have, you know, great armor piercing and poison as well. Poison is so good against monsters because of the percentage-based nature, right? Like, lowering the percentage off a big monster is just so freaking good. And yeah, it looks like the Chaos Dwarves have lost this game. The Vampires have broken through the lines. The Infernal Guard Fireglaves is going to be locked down here. These guys are going to get Shrek'd. The Cairn Race are going to, you know, run him down, and it does look like Maximillionaire is going to win the matchup. Now, the Chaos Dwarf build was not the meta way to do this. And against a player like Max, you probably need to go meta. Typically, what you do is you just get a bunch of frickin', you know, armored Chaos Dwarf infantry and bring 4 Kadai Fireborn, or 3, I think, in your starting build. And from there, you just live long and prosper. It's pretty glorious. So objective 3, objective 1, and yeah, the big dog is at 0 leadership. He is a demon, which means he's going to be taking like 1,000,000 damage a second. Elsewhere, the 2 vampire monsters do both stabilize, which is very rough. Helman Gorse does not have Invo. He does. So he's going to be able to heal up the Goose as well as that other unit. Blood Knights surging onto the back objective, getting a very cost-effective fight versus the Hobgoblin Bows. And that is going to be GG most likely. Man, it's going to be... Vampires are going to be a problem once they get some Nagash stuff, man. They're already so freaking good. I'm a little bit nervous about that, right? Vampires are one of the strongest factions in the game, and if you give them, like, crazy Nagash stuff, what is that going to look like? The Destroyer isn't like an off-meta pick, but it was just unsupported. It needed a little bit. Vampire counts are going to be insufferable after the DLC, probably, honestly. And it looks like the Sorcerer Prophet... Oh, he took down one of the vampires? Or was that... No, that was... What the hell was that falling on the ground? Maybe that was the bull. All right, guys. Max getting the fat dub. All right, all right. Let's go look what the top side of the brackets look like. So Daniken is waiting in the grand finals. If we take a look here real quick. Daniken defeated the Greenskins with the Ogres. So we have the Chungus Kingdoms and Daniken Trop. The Pride of Ukraine here in the grand finals. And then on the bottom, we have a couple more factions still remaining. We have Lizardmen versus High Elves. Yes, yes. Then we have Vampire Counts versus Ogre Kingdoms on Scrambled Egg Special. So that is going to give Maximillionaire a free warm-up for the grand finals that is to come. And yeah. Lizardmen High Elves. Yeah, and Greenskins waiting on the bottom side. Obviously, the Greenskins made it to the losers bracket final, so... Let's go cast Boss Toss and Adler if they're not already playing. If so, we'll do Scrambled Egg versus Max. All right, so let me see. Scrambled Egg. So that's going to be Adler lobby code if you didn't start. Honestly, we have a pretty small community, so most of the tournaments are going to be stacked because it's just so many veterans and tournament winners. Like, I think in this tournament alone, there's probably at least 10 people who've won a tournament before. Like, you know, competitive ones. If not more. Vampires are just so stalwart and grindy, and the healing, and they have great mobility. They can shut down shooting well. They're just a menace. They're less good in land battle because they can be kited. I don't know if you guys watched the recent Conquest tournament I casted, but if you guys saw, the meta is very kite-centric, right? It's like every one of those guys brought 4 Marauder Horsemen and like a couple SEs, and then like 2 shithouse infantry units. That was like very much the meta for Conquest mode from what I saw. With the exception of the Tomb Kings games. They were a little bit more well-rounded on their armies, but... Whereas in Dom, it's a little different. Mobility is very good, but it's not quite as dominant, in my opinion, as it is in like Conquest mode. Yeah. Infantry are more relevant here, for sure. Which is something I love, because I'm an infantry enjoyer. All right, so let's go back to Maximillionaire's lobby and see where it's going to be. It looks like Adler may have just finished his game. All right, Scrambled Egg. Oh, I think Maximillionaire had the drop. So he let the Chaos Dwarf player advance, which is fine. I'm okay with that. And now we're going to... potentially cast one of these games here. Let me get the code from Scrambled Egg. So I think Maximillionaire dropped, yeah. Lobby code, please. Thank you. So we'll do Scrambled Egg on Ogres versus Chaos Dwarf. So he gets a second life, basically. If they made Crumbling more punishing, they would need to adjust the faction in other ways too, though. You would have to buff leadership across the board, because Undead do crumble way quicker. I know, I hope Nurgle isn't overpowered. The Flarekin units are going to be pretty good. Nurgle getting a Vanguard, like 36 movement speed infantry unit that has some really nice abilities. I think that's going to be pretty nasty. All right. Did he report the score wrong, or did he... Yeah, I don't know if he reported the score wrong or if he dropped. We'll get to the bottom of it regardless. Spec slot? All right. How are dwarves then if skirmishing is so important? Dwarves are, I think, in a bad spot right now. They're going to be in an even worse spot. Like, dwarves, one of their few... No, I'll answer all your questions. How are dwarves then if skirmishing is so important? Are they forced to use... Yeah, gyrocopters are incredibly meta for dwarves. Dwarves are pretty bad in both formats right now, in my opinion. We didn't see a single dwarf game in the recent championships for conquest mode, and we haven't seen dwarves in a competitive like we did see competitive dwarves in the grand finals like 2 seasons ago. Danikin, I think beat Anticity with dwarves or someone, I can't remember who it was, but dwarves are very specialist. Like they are a counterpick faction. They're not somebody you pick like brazenly and be like, "Come at me, bro." They're a counterpick faction because they're so set in their ways, which I guess is lore accurate. So I think Max reported this score wrong. So I will fix this. Oh, let's test this out now. Yes. So Max did not drop. He ended up staying. Cool. Let's see if that works. And it did. Nice. Oh, that's so smooth and so easy. You saw dwarves getting banned in the Conquest tournament? Ah, it's good to know. Fixed. It takes 2 seconds to fix now. You will on new site. Oh, that's so nice. It was such a pain in the ass to fix scores before, but now it's just like instant. All right, Vampire Counts Ogres. This is a fun one. I'm excited. We're probably going to see the Yetis. Going to be good. Dude, don't be shy about asking questions, man. If it's in between games, I'll answer it, but... Yeah, but what were we talking about? We're on our rant about AI and how it's going to be eventually encouraging in-person social stuff again. Yeah. The Jedi are taking over. Yeah, for like I think Gen Z had a bit of this too, but we, a lot of our early gaming was like, hot seat or, playing, split screen, right? It's a very different experience in the kids these days. Although, one thing is like my neighbor's kid, he's awesome. Like they hang out on Discord all the time. So like they have Discord channels and they're all hanging out and chatting. Yeah. So there's still quite a bit of socialization going on. It's just not in person, The Jedi are taking over. Vampire Counts Ogres. I'm curious to see what Old Scrambled's going to do. Is he going to bring out Lead Belchers? Powder Guts probably going to be very good here. Because they can fight off the harass units and, just be a menace. LAN parties were awesome, dude. LAN parties were very fun. I do miss the dreaded LAN parties. In my opinion, that we're going to just collapse as a society. Oh, it could happen eventually. Yeah, I mean, hundreds of years from now, who knows what the world's going to look like, but I don't think it'll collapse in my lifetime. Yeah, I don't think so. But like in terms of futures, this is one of my favorite discussions to have. Is like we'll save it for like a podcast type stream or something. But talking about which sci-fi future are we going to get? Which one are we going to get? You know what I think is a sleeper. People will often be like 40K Star Trek, right? But Elysium. Have you seen Elysium? Where like the Earth just gets like shit on by like the rich and corporations, and then like they go live on like a manufactured space station. And everyone else just suffers in like the remnants of their greed. I think Elysium has some serious undertones that could happen. Yeah. It could happen, man. I'm going to a LAN party this Friday. Oh, that's so fun. What are you guys playing, man? Techno-feudalism. There you go. There you go. Alien also had a really... Alien Earth wasn't like the best show in the world. But the fact that there's like 5 corporations that own all of Earth and they become their own like entities, like you had Weyland Yutani, and then there's I forget the name of the other ones, but that is something as well. Yeah. Far Cry Primal is our future. We're getting Cyberpunk. Yeah, Cyberpunk could happen for sure. Elysium sounds on point. Yeah. 40K at some point. I mean, definitely. The thing about 40K is you have to remember, if you're saying we're going to have a 40K future, there needs to be a golden age. Because in 40K, humanity reaches like a peak. And then after that, there's a dark age, right? So there would need to be like a golden age kind of utopian technology element, right? Before the downfall to get to 40K. Yeah. Maybe Fallout. Fallout could happen too, for sure. Yeah. With AI development, it's I have no mouth and I must scream. It gets more likely day by day. Yeah. We will see. 1980s was peak. I don't remember the 80s. I was born in 88. I love the 90s. 90s was pretty. 90s had just enough technology to be awesome, but not enough to like control your life. You know, like you could have like a shithouse cell phone, dial-up internet. Like you could, but it wasn't like something you could do nonstop because of the inconsistency of it. You know. Yeah. Yeah, casual. Yeah. This is the golden age. We're in the golden age now. No, don't say that. Come on, give us some good times before the downfall. Come on, man. Don't you dare say this is the Judge Dredd. Judge Dredd could happen for sure. Yeah, Judge Dredd is another possible one. 94 to 2001 is the peak of humanity. Yeah, it was some good times, man. I can't argue there. I mean, it had its own problems. You know, we were still fighting bullshit ass wars and things like that, but yeah, 90s had some magic, at least for being a kid. Yeah. All right, guys. Let's get it going. Let's break it down. Holy shit, these are big armies. Did they just pick like two similar banners to troll me? It kind of looks like they did. God, why did they have to pick two like white banners? Oh, such trolls, dude. Such trolls. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's break it down and take a look here. Spawning in on the north side of the map, it is going to be Maximillionaire and the zombies. So zombies, skeleton, spearmen, very meta, double corpse cart, nothing too exciting there. And aside from that, two White Kings to clear out Noblars, a Goose, and another Goose being the Strigoi Ghoul King up in the sky. This is most certainly not the Golden Age. Yeah, no, dude, no. It's like, no. No. This is not Golden Age. Being able to, like, work, like, a regular societal job, provide for your family, and buy a home that is affordable and isn't going to cripple you for the next 30 years... That was more of like a golden age, like having that dream be attainable. Yeah, now it's so much harder now. It's so much harder. You have to reach such higher peaks to just reach like the baseline of what people had in the 90s, at least here in the America. Again, my analogies are very correlated to where I'm from, but. All right, ogres. We have Noblar Trappers, Ogre Bull dual weapons, more Ogre Bull dual weapons. And yeah, it's just an ogre heavy build. It looks like it's just a fat frickin' ogre blob. A fat Chungus blob. It's the same thing in Europe. Yeah, it is. It is, yeah. My wife is Polish. I am in tune with the European situation a little bit, at least in Poland. But I would totally live in Poland, by the way. I love that country. It's just a great place, man. Great place. All right, so here comes the onslaught. Ogre Bulls and Chaff. That's basically it, with 3 Trappers, which do have some decent skirmishing abilities as well. The Undead are going to be moving up with their blob as well, and we're going to get 2 meaty-ass blobs rubbing their sausages together. That is going to be what is cooking. All right, guys. So Pigback Riders, Noblar Trappers are there, and the Ogre Bulls with dual weapons are going to be moving on up there. What's it going to be, guys? Will the meat of the ogres be able to hold back the meat of the undead? I like the wide ogre build. I think it's kind of cool. Although these big gooses are going to be a problem. They're definitely going to feast on some of these ogres right now. Ogres do hit hard enough to fight back against monsters. You can see that the Terrorgeist is taking a bit of damage. And the Trappers are the real breadwinners. They're going to be throwing their Haggard Ninja Starch right there and grinding some of them down. And by the way, I don't know if you guys saw who the Ogre Lord is. It's going to be Scrag. Scrag lives in the trees, guys. He's just AFK back here, not wanting to get munched on by the undead. He probably took Scrag for style points. I don't know if you guys know, Scrambled Egg Special is one of the best players in the world. I would say he consistently ranks in top 15 in the world, but he also likes to bring fun shit. He does meme a little bit, even in high-stakes tournaments. Granted, this is more of a casual tournament. We're just kind of testing the website. There are no stakes, except just having fun with the boys. But, yeah, he does bring fun shit. So Blood Knights with Lances are out, and it looks like Gorgers. Oh, that's why he brought it. Oh, my God. He actually is bringing Gorgers, the most haggard of haggard units. They were once very, very OP. But, yeah, it's going down. So Pigbacks and Ogre Bulls is grinding it out versus the Corpse Carts. The Undead will be favored in this grind, though. With the Corpse Cart there, it's going to be a bit of a problem. And Scrag is going to be dropping actually a... look at that. The Maw? Oh, shit, dude. The Maw going deep. Oh, my God. That melted all those undead units. But somehow they're not crumbling. I mean, one of them isn't. Yeah. All right, guys, that Maw ability was sick, and Scrag suddenly has 157 kills. And his Gorger item is now charged up, so the Gorgers are going to be getting passive healing, and they get armor piercing. So he's doing a Gorger charge-up strategy. That is some incredibly forbidden tech, guys. Holy shit, that was awesome. And now the Gorgers are actually good. Like, they have passive healing. It just takes time to usually build that up, but against the undead, I guess it's possible to do it a little bit faster. Ogre Bulls fighting over here versus the zombies, and we got some fighting here. White King's putting a little bit of pressure on. Ogres have a double cap. They do not have a triple cap. The undead are holding onto their back objective very well, but Scrag getting about 500 value with one cast. That is not bad at all. But yes, the Gorgers, where are they? Are they grinding in combat? They are in the mix. We got two Ogre Bulls with dual weapons fighting it out, and on the back, the Nobblar Trappers are unleashing everything they can. Gorgers did disengage over there. Looks like they came over to this side. They're going to be ripping and tearing through the dead, and they should be effective at it. Gorgers are anti-infantry. You guys remember the days when Gorgers would beat Demogryph Knights with like halberds, and they would like take on like Bear Riders one-on-one and just win? Those were some fun times. But now they're definitely in a niche state. Gorgers are not good per se, but they're not awful in every matchup. Against dwarves, they can be used well to ambush like armored positions, especially when they get their healing online. But here they kind of got obliterated because they were fighting against Blood Knights, right? So Blood Knights are going to hard counter them pretty well. All right, so what do we got here? Nobblars fighting, Gorgers duking it out there as well. And the Ogres are just kind of holding on to the point, and that's the whole idea for Scrambled Egg Special, is he's like, I am just going to plop my fat ogre butt down on these objectives, and I am just going to hold all frickin' day. It was 2 Scab Scrats, yeah. Scab Scrat definitely needs a nerf. I've been calling that for a long time, but CA like usually only nerfs like 1 or 2 things. They don't like doing blanket changes, even though like most of them are just price changes and don't even affect a campaign. I don't understand it. It's literally just data entry. But again, I'm not a developer, so there's probably a hierarchy. I think that's really what it is. Like whenever they want to do changes, I suspect they have to go through a chain of command to get it approved, and there's bureaucracy and just like it adds extra work for them, which I understand. I think that's more the reality of the situation, because most of the developers I met are pretty Chad. They're pretty cool guys, and I think they would do it easily if they could. Anyways, Blood Knights and Nobblars fighting over here in the flank. That was a nice Blood Knight charge right on top of the Bulls. And here comes the Gorger Kingdoms. They are in. 54 melee attack will connect well. How are the objectives looking? Ogres holding on to Objective 2 and Objective 3. But it is getting a little bit sketchy on the capture weight for the Chunguses. So there's going to be another Ogre Bull reinforcing right there. And Trappers will probably move over there to provide a little bit of fire support. But the Chunguses are keeping the value close. But close value usually favors vampire counts. Although there is a lot of healing here. Oh, the Maw's coming again. Oh, yeah, baby. Unleash it. The Maw. Oh. Dude, that spell is actually really good at clearing out undead chaff. Man, if he could have caught the Blood Knights in that, that would have been huge. But he does kill what appears to be a skeleton spear unit, maybe another zombie or something. Scrag is currently sitting on 376 kills, 1,000 value off 2 casts. And Scrag is an anti-infantry fighter. He opts to engage against the White Kings, who are scary, especially with the Strigoi Ghoul King coming in. But he's going to be retreating, allowing his Gorgers to saturate in. Nobblar Trapper is going to be throwing Ninja Stars. And somehow Palpatine Scrambled Egg Special has returned. And he is holding it down and doing his thing. All right. Will the vampire counts advance? Are they trapped? It kind of looks like they're not in a good situation. Right here, you have Trappers getting great DPS. Trappers right here getting good DPS. You have an unbreakable armor-piercing Monster's Infantry, holding them in place. And, yeah, I mean, Ogres look to have these objectives on lock. Those chaffs have been very... those chaff-clearing spells have been really good. I mean, yeah, not a ton of damage value, but taking away the support. Blood Knights get a big charge there, the double Blood Knight, and they're good against these units. But there's a lot of Ogres here, and I think some of the Blood Knights are going to get dragged down. Nobblars popping in. Nobblars do not have anti-large like their goblin cousins, so not quite there. And it looks like some witchcraft is going to be going down. Doom and Darkness, it's effective against Nobblars. Won't do anything against the Gorgers, obviously, but the Ogre Bulls are wavering. So the Doom and Darkness ends up not really doing much of anything. It does break a Nobblar, but overall probably being a waste of Wind's magic. Here on the side, more zombies coming in, but Ogre Bulls will have a field day. I think Scrambled Egg needs to unsummon a couple Ogre Bull units to make sure he doesn't run out of stuff. Although, Ample Peak Greybacks are on their way in, guys. Here they go. So Yetis are a good stalwart unit. 80, I think their base leadership is like 75, which is pretty good. It's like a troll with high leadership, basically. And yeah, they're going to be a problem. They will also tie down the Blood Knights with the frickin' Frost, making it very hard for them to escape. So I do like that call. We are approaching 1,000 points here, and it looks like the Blood Knights are going to take a fight versus the Yetis. Yeah, do we see the Ghoul King getting hammered? He loses a little bit of HP. This could be a favored fight for Max. If he gets the Blood Knights around the back of those Yetis, they could have a bad time. And right now they're bleeding a lot of HP. Definitely the Ogre's kind of blundering a very expensive 1600 gold unit, just letting him get trash canned by these two anti-large fighters. And this could be a game-changing play for Max. Getting a pick on these guys, collapsing the flank here is pretty massive. Trappers fighting Ample Peak Greybacks are already down to half health, which is pretty disastrous. On the other side of the battlefield, it looks like the Crypt Ghouls are on their way in, and Max's slow grinding attrition is starting to add up, man. He's getting that bump and grind going, and it could be a freaking problem. We'll have to see. All right, Strigoi Ghoul King, how's he looking? He's just kind of prancing around, looking very majestic. Ample Peak Greybacks attacking into the Terrorgeist. And the Old Gorgers trying to stabilize the objective, providing a little bit of a Scrag capture weight. Ample Peak Greybacks, value on them. They did get 1200 value in their life here, so it could be a lot worse. And look at this, Blood Knight's actually being hunted by the Gorgers. Gorgers do not have Frostbite, but they are pretty quick and can definitely drag down some Blood Knights, but this feels like another misplay here. Whereas the two Blood Knight units are going to isolate those Gorgers, there needs to be something supporting them, and it looks like the Gorgers realize this and do disengage. The back objective just barely being held by Ogres, but it looks like the Vampires are going to flip it, and the Vampires are going to flip this objective as well. Trying to play wide against Vampires, wide versus wide, is risky, and it's very hard to do. They are a chonky bunch. Scrag is running. Gorgers do turn and fight, doing respectable damage against the Blood Knights. A big points lead for the Chungus Kingdoms, but man, are they going to be able to get their ground back? It looks like they are starting to just, get fatigued essentially across the entire board. Being harried and pushed back. Many Crypt Ghouls are here. The zombies moving up. Corpse Cart going to be dropping it like it's hot. Scrag, effective work against the White Kings, but probably calling over these dual weapons, I think, would not be a bad idea. We'll see how it all unfurls. All right, so this objective going back to Ogre Kingdoms. They do not win on just one objective. The Ogres would need to get a double cap again in order to win this game. So I think Vamps are just in a dominant position. The Goose is going to come over, probably bully Scrag a little bit. Scrag is going to be dropping some Harry Potter. And dude, I'm loving this Maw though. This shit is awesome tech. Yeah, just wrecking a zombie unit and some, like 3 chaff units just taken out of the picture. Pretty good. Crypt Ghouls would have been a better target, obviously, but yeah, you can't have everything you want. Back here, Ogres clashing with the Blood Knights. The Ogre Bulls going to have a terrible time against Blood Knights. Even a small amount of them, 37 is still some pretty good killing power. Ogres grabbing objective number 2 back, so they are going to get their home objective back and get the bleeding back on the table. Max, not Max, but Scrambled Egg probably needs to do unsummoning and or send these guys back into combat. And it looks like he is. And, if Max can, not Max, but man, I don't know why I'm getting him confused. But if Scrambled Egg can grab an objective back relatively soon, he'll still have a decent fighting chance, but it's going to be tough, man. The value's close, and there's a lot of healing on that Vampire Count roster. That is for sure. We do also have a Mortis Engine coming in from the Vampire Counts. The Mortis Engine is going to be very effective at grinding down the homies. Not as good against Monstrous Infantry, but still has some great utility, right? Mortis Engines don't just do healing. They also, or damage, they also do a little bit of healing. So they heal nearby allies, give magic damage, which is cool. And they bump and drain and give you power recharge, which is quite radical. All right, backside, Goose versus Scrag. Scrag locked in a duel of fates. He's got the Ample Peak Greybacks coming in to help him out. I mean, can he win this? He does pop what appears to be extra ingredients. Does he have any healing? He doesn't. So he's going to need to use Meat Feast if he wants to heal. But he pops Massacre. And the Goose looks like it is losing the fight because of the Ample Peak Greybacks, who are hitting very hard with that Massacre trait. 174 weapon strength. Not bad at all. I know they did the troll banners. I know. I don't know if it was intentional, but it is what it is, guys. We try our best around here. Yeah, this game I think is over. The Vampires seem to be just winning so many micro-level fights. And I'm not talking about micro in terms of player micro, but just like microcosms around the battlefield. They're winning this fight. They're winning this fight. They're winning back here. I think Scrambled Egg Special has been banished to the Shadow Realm by the Children of the Night. Count Chocula and the Vampires, look to be cleaning it up. Turin doesn't need similar banners to mix things up. That's true. That's true. That is true indeed. Ogres got their back objective. The Vampires are closing the gap. Mortis Engine is probably getting a respectable amount of value here, and that is going to be a tap out. GG, well played. Maximillionaire advancing on. And the Ogres, I believe, are what sent Maximillionaire down before, but I think it was Daniken who beat him. I'm not sure. I'd have to look at the top side. We'll see. All right, yeah, so scary stuff. Good value on the carry pieces. The Goose able to get 1900 as well. Dogs 400, Mortis 11, Blood Knights did really good, and Scrag got 1800 value, not bad at all. Trappers, held their own. But too many blunders with the like having his Yetis get caught out. They still did good, but they needed to find some better fights. But it was a very badass build. Gorgers, some of them did pretty good, but I think they were summoned twice as well. So harder to gauge the value of those units. Yeah, let's go look at the brackets real quick. So Adler is going to be waiting. So it's High Elves Vampire counts. Who beat Max on the top side? So Daniken beat Scrambled. Maximillionaire lost to who? I don't know where he lost. Let's see. And we're going to find him here. He's around here somewhere. He lost to Attack Speed and Jorah's Bretonia in round 1. And now he's climbed his way. Okay, so Bretonia was what took him down earlier. Hey, Turin, have you managed to get a look at Nagash's stats? No, I haven't. No, I've only played the first 10 turns. So there were some creators who skipped ahead on that 10-turn demo and like looked at the stats of other lords. They weren't supposed to do that. They got a little bit naughty. But yeah, I only looked at the first 10 as well as the Nurgle fighting. We were told we were allowed to fight Festus, and whatever we saw on him was fair game, but some of those other dirty dogs, you know, they got in there. All right, so it's High Elves Vampire counts here. Ma was good. I didn't hate that. I didn't hate it at all. Okay, let's get the spec slot, get in here. And now we just wait. Now we just chill out. I wonder if Brendan Fraser will voice Nagash. I wonder if they'll hire some... Like, they hired Thorin Oakenshield to do... what's his name? Frickin' Brain fog. Oh, it's all been downhill from here. Frickin' Be'lakor. Yeah. Extra naughty creators, that's right. Yeah, it was pretty funny. Daniken prepping the Ogre's Revenge. Yeah, I mean, Daniken waiting in the finals, dude. He's chilling out. Dude, for the love of the gods, different banners. Okay. Make sure to use a different color banner, please. All right. Very cool. And there we go. Yeah, Be'lakor is voiced by Thorin Oakenshield. Yeah, the actor from the Hobbit movies. I don't know what else he's in. Richard Armitage is his name, I think. Yeah. They're sneaky leaking. Yeah. It wasn't a leak. Like, the creators who showed that stuff, it wasn't a leak per se, but, like, they interpreted the embargo, like, rules in a way that, like this. Yeah, it's more complicated. But anyways, yeah. Richard Armitage, yeah. Cool to see Blood Knight's doing some work, man. Brian Bless did Gotrek's voice. Yes, he did, yeah. Gotrek's voice acting is pretty goated. It's very, very good. Is Brian Blessed is what is he like famous for? What other like film movies have been like his mainstays? I always wondered about that actually. Perhaps some of you homies know. McLeeb, thank you for subscribing, by the way, and Killa Shrooms as well. And Hootie, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Ramsay Bolton does Rackhearth. Yeah, that's right. So Ramsay Bolton from Game of Thrones, he voices Rackhearth, the Beastmaster. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. No, Thankful's right there. Can we be blamed for peeking? Yeah. That's right. Flash Gordon? Are you making a joke, or is that actually what it is? Flash Gordon, Brian. Oh my god. Holy shit. Wait, this is an actual thing? Have you guys seen this? Oh my god, what the hell? So this is the guy who voices Gotrek when he was younger? This looks like something you'd see in West Hollywood. You know? It's got some of that energy going on. That was the 80s though, wasn't it? Like, it was just kind of 80s stuff. Holy shit, look at this guy. What a Chad, dude. I gotta use this as a thumbnail. Holy shit. He was the leader of the Hawkmen. He is the main wing dude. I did not know that, dude. Oh my goodness. That is freaking news to me. Well, I guess I gotta watch that now, huh? That's so funny, man. I did not know about that. 1980s pulp sci-fi movie. I love that stuff, man. And Queen did the soundtrack, really? Dude. Don't look up. No, I'm not gonna look that one up, Bob. All right. They should just have Gerard Butler voice a character for end times. Who would Gerard Butler voice? I guess he would be like an Albion Lord, right? If Albion ever got a faction, that'd be pretty cool, but I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think there'll be any major stuff. Maybe Musion would get like an update someday and like Dogs of War type stuff, but he's in an epic battle against the Skyship in Flash Gordon. Oh, cool. Gerard Butler is going to voice Alariel the Radiant. Yeah. All right, guys, let's break it down. See what's cooking. Spawning in on the southeast side of the board, it is going to be the High Elves. So it's going to be Mr. Adler. And he's going somewhat elite, which is not out of character in this matchup. Keepers of the Flame, Blades of Hoeth, basic Spearmen, and then it's going to be 4 archer units, which again, vampire counts are very, very good at tying those characters down, you know? I maybe have seen the Flash Gordon movie. I maybe have. It kind of looks familiar, but I have no memory of this place. Yeah. Larry is basically just there to drop down Tempest, right, on vampires. Holy shit, no Tempest, just Arcane Unforging. Wow, no Tempest against vampires is pretty ballsy. I mean, it's literally, I think, just worth spending the extra 100 gold on. Just to have it as a backup, right? But it looks like Maximilianer was so scared of Tempest that he went on the ground. So he's got Von Chadstein on the ground, double White Kings just to be a troll. Karen Wraiths to deal magic damage and cut through those units. And zombies. Zombie. Yeah, all right. Corpse Carts with the Unholy Lodestones, just to give the nice little buffs to the front line, and Karen Wraith. So he is magic maxing. Larry being a very goated pick here, though, because Larry does imbue magic damage with the Boon of Isha. So any unit that Larry is supporting is going to be very effective against the Wraiths, which is very cool. All right, guys. Let us know your predictions. How do you think this cockfight is gonna go? You rooting for the Hiles, rooting for the vampire counts. The winner of this is going to be playing, let me check. Going to this, 1 second. The winner of this plays the Greenskins. Yeah, Darren Dimwits. And then after that, they go up to the grand finals to play against Danikin up on the top side right there. Very cool. Very cool indeed. Yeah, Larry with the Magic Ore is good. Arcane Unforging to snipe, Vampire Count Lords could be way worse. Could be way worse. Steven Seagal would voice Kugath. I feel like Steven Seagal has to voice the Eshin Maneater. I mean, is there any other choice? Is there any other choice? Ajo, yes, you put Larry on top of the archers and they will melt the Wraiths with magic damage. True, but the archers I don't think are going to have a good time at all. Bringing archers against vampire counts is so incredibly hard to get away with because double Scabsgrath and zombie summons is just so toxic against them, right? Like 2 Scabsgraths will just one-shot an archer unit, then Manfred von Baldstein just going to get in there and drop a zombie on the other one, and it's just like, oh, you're just in the trash, man. You are basically just in ye old trash can. So what's Larry going to do? Probably just charge into some of the Wraiths. She might as well. I mean, she has decent stats. Just go fight one of these Wraith units. Live your best life, What's your take on vampires having access to a standalone zombie dragon? I don't think that's a problem at all, man. I think it's fine. It'll be fringe. Zombie dragons are all right. I don't think, dragons are not, the most ubiquitously played units. Oceanids coming in, I like the Oceanid pick. They'll be very good. Although, strangely, Oceanids do not have magic damage. I always find that to be, the weirdest thing. Although, Larry gives them the blessed magic damage. Yeah. He does, indeed. All right, guys. Pushing on up are the White Kings. And you're about to see some Scabsgraths be unleashed, most likely. Get that, get it off cooldown. Or on cooldown. Objective being taken by the Blades of Hoeth. Blades of Hoeth and Phoenix Guard here are both great choices. They're both super heavy capture weight, and of course both do magic damage and are pretty good against most of the vampiric roster. Scabsgrath time. Is it coming? In the back, we do see Varguys chilling out. Oceanid's probably going to be spammed out en masse right now. And the High Elves do have the capture weight advantage. Archers unleashing on Manfred von Baldstein. And is there going to be an Arcane Unforging out of the gates? Probably not. You probably save for the Earthbloods. Although an Arcane Unforging on Manfred just to kind of kick things off wouldn't be the... Oh, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Yeah, we'll see. All right. Ajo in chat saying that he thinks Adler's going to get it. Oh, God. That is so disgusting. So, yeah. Scabsgrath is just so foul, dude. Oh, my God. I mean, archers are, the ideal candidate. But, that is basically just 3 archer units who are going to go in the trash, right? Yeah. That alone, has inspired me to, just put, maybe 1 Scabsgrath only. Oh, my God. I used to have it in my tournaments, but I think I forgot. It's like in It's like in frickin' Lord of the Rings when they forget about Sauron and the ring over time. I forgot about it. And holy shit, that is just disgusting. But yeah, the fight rages on. We're going to see if the High Elves can recover from this. It certainly, yeah, Scabscrath is insane. Against light armor, it's just unspeakable how nasty it is. And there's no reaction time either. You can't even dodge it. It just fully killed the unit. Yep, it did. I mean, it shattered them, obviously. Ship's company in the back going to be lurking. Larry flying overhead. And we do see the big, scary Vargeist going to be collapsing onto the ship's company. Ship's company not going to have a good time. And moving on in are the Oceanids. Middle objective owned by the High Elves, but not for too much longer. They do stabilize it. Okay. Oceanids coming over. Archers doing next to nothing. And the White Kings are just going to continue their reign of tyranny, most likely. Although I don't hate the idea of cycle charging Manfred, trying to get him with a freaking Arcane Unforging. Maybe burn him down that way. So these archers are going to be forming ranks, and they are going to be shooting over here at ye old Vargeists, maybe? The Greenskins are basically waiting in the next round, you know, with bated breath. Because Greenskins have, like, probably a 10% win rate against Vampire Counts. It is literally impossible, I feel like, for Greenskins to beat Vampire Counts. Because Greenskins have very little magic damage, and they just go Ethereal maxing, and then you just kind of lose. High Elves, on the other hand, can beat Vampire Counts. It's a hard fight, but it can be done. Larry dropping an Earthblood right there, while the Oceanids and the Ship's Company are going to be forming up. Archers have not been able to connect to anything super effective. Yeah, there they are, and that is going to be the White Kings getting lit up, but really the damage is kind of insignificant. And, yeah, on the backside, Reavers and Oceanids coming in. That is going to be a second Ocean, and here comes Scabscrath number 2, most likely. That's going to go down the pipe right there, and that's going to go down and just delete that Archer unit. So he can do that one more time. He can take out one more Archer. Those guys are going to be offline, but yeah, to be fair, the Archers weren't really doing much, and I guess they are cheap, so... Yeah, Oppressive Vampires is narrative. Yeah, no, it is. It's lore accurate. I'm definitely going to restrict Scabscrath in the next tournament. 100%. I forgot about it. I hadn't seen it being abused in a long time, but that is so freaking foul, dude. Because vampires are already good at shutting down archers. You don't need even more like that, you know? So, lads, here comes the Oceanids. They're going to be screening him out. High Elves do have a little bit of capture weight. Adler calls in Rangers to try and help secure this objective. Larry diving in is really ballsy against 3 SCs. I don't know what's going on here, man. Adler just going out on his shield there. As we do get the Blades of Hoeth preparing to engage. The middle objective taken by the Vampire Counts. And I don't know what Larry's doing here. Yeah, why are you charging? That is incredibly risky. Reavers coming in. Heart of Avalorn activated, so that's going to be a big heal for Larry. Oceanids are here, and the last couple Archer units are now up. So there they go. And, yeah, they're going to be shooting at what they can. Vargeist circling about. We get some spooky, scary Hex Wraiths there. Blades of Hoeth able to chase off the Cairn Race, but for the most part, it's pretty easy for Cairn Race to kite you because they have 48 movement speed, so they can just kind of outrun you there and live their best life. So there's the big old send right there. Vargeist going to be jumping on the Reavers, and at that point, you would want to switch your Archers onto those guys, try and provide a little bit of supporting fire. This fight not going terribly for the High Elves, actually. White King number 1 is beat up. Manfred getting nailed by an Arcane Unforging is going to be losing a fair amount of HP. I like the idea of keeping Larry there and trying to snipe Manfred. I think that is not bad at all. Now, will the Oceanids hold? Oceanids are very durable. They have super high melee defense. Blades of Hoeth have come in, and the Vampire Counts did get a triple cap during all that. 1 unit of Flyers getting lit up by the Archers, and the other Archer unit is at range. You know, Scabscraths don't have infinite range, so if you keep your Archers deep enough, you can certainly keep those in check. There you go, and that is going to be the Vargeist requiring an Invo to keep them online, and another Archer unit's coming out. It's going to be the Storm Riders, which are Spear Archers, and the back objective is going to be reclaimed for Ulthuan. So will Manfredo be trapped here? I mean, killing Manfred would be a game-changing play. That would probably give the High Elves a good 70% chance to win the game. Still not over, of course. Manfred can be resummoned, but that would be pretty massive. So getting him with another Arcane Unforging here, I would say, is going to be what's in the cards. Blades of Hoeth fighting versus Cairn Wraiths and Hex Wraiths. Pretty good fight for them. Even though they are great weapons that are designed to fight infantry, they still have really high melee attack. So they can definitely cut through things like Hex Wraiths if they have to. Manfred going to be getting afflicted by a Arcane Unforging again, it looks like. So there's going to be another one on him, which is going to do some fat damage. Archers are actually saturating in and doing some really good work. Meanwhile, on this side of the battlefield, the vampires have not really committed, but the Phoenix Guard will be very effective, but zombies and other units, of course, will be a little bit less effective. But High Elves are wrestling the 2 objectives back, man. Mr. Adler getting a big value lead here, and Manfred von Baldstein has seen better days. He's stable binding, you know, he has insanely high leadership. 1 White King is a little bit trapped up there, and did he delve too greedily and too deeply? Larry out for blood, as she should be. Trapping Manfred would be freaking colossal. And it looks like she's going to stay on the hunt here and keep the fight going. Manfred does get away. He doesn't quite get staggered there. The Eagle going to be hunting down, trying to provide some supporting pecs. Meanwhile, on the middle, the Keepers of the Flame doing the work of the gods. A big blunder here by Max, actually sending them into the fight, the magic damage unit. So you can see how badly the Cairn Wraiths are going to be getting folded up there. Yeah, not fun for them. Larry on the hunt, though. Manfred going to be getting an inbow. That's going to heal him to about 40-50%, give or take. Yeah, you can see he's kind of in that ballpark of territory. White King surrounded by Oceanids is pretty goated, and honestly, Adler looking like he has a chance in this game. Still, I would say the current circumstances probably do favor the Vampires a little bit, but yeah, it's a game that can go either way. That is for sure. Get him, Larry. I mean, Larry's going for it. She's going balls to the wall. 2100 HP on Manfredo. The Eagle is a little bit of a stronger fighter than the Horse, but Vampires are stronger fighters than Elves typically. Individually, there is going to be another Arcane Unforging, and if Manfred gets trapped in that, that could put him down to the point of maybe crumbling. So both White Kings do get away. It looks like a Scabscrath was used here. On the middle objective, the High Elves trying to fight it out, grinding down the Cairn Wraiths. A couple archers are still in line here. Yeah, he's got some archer positions. Rangers coming up to provide some shaft clearing. And on this side, it's going to be the Dire Pack coming out. Manfred is down to 1900 HP. Larry has been able to peck him a little bit, getting some nice charges here and there, but the Dire Pack will punish Larry really badly. You can see them coming through the woods right here, so you're going to want to avoid that. What's up, more Warpstone? How's it going, big man? Yeah, hope your channel's doing well, dude. Always love your stuff. You do some great action. And yeah, Rangers, fighting Hexrays, not ideal, but you know they'll get there eventually. Larry on the hunt, but forced to retreat as the Dire Pack. Does it corner her? No, Manfred actually decides to throw some hands over here, guys. Yeah. That is something. Lariel the Radiant. Yeah, I wouldn't fully ban Scabscath for the record. It would just be limiting them to maybe one, because it is a pretty bonkers matchup polarizing thing, right? And 46% it's a little bit outdated. Yeah, it's a little bit outdated. Vampires are definitely a top tier faction in my opinion. All right, so another beautiful Arcane Unforging here. Manfredo getting afflicted by that. That is going to make it so he can't heal, by the way, because Arcane Unforging does add a cooldown. So he's not going to be able to invo for 30 seconds. That's what makes it a pretty good sniping spell against Undead. Manfred sitting at 800 HP. If he gets taken down... Oh, why is Larry running? You got to finish Manfred. Oh, my goodness. I don't know. I guess he might cycle charge. Anyways, back in the mainline fight. Looks like Adler and the Elves are fighting it out pretty effectively. The Halberds grinding down the Cairn Wraiths. Another Wraith over here causing a little bit of havoc. And Manfred sitting at 900 HP. It looks like he is going to be able to live. So that is a lot of value that Mr. Adler does have. That is, unfortunately for him, tied up in something that he's not going to finish off. But High Elves have the double cap. They can win on 2 if they just manage to hold it. Back in the middle, it's looking pretty good. This is the company of Calendarian. They are a nice, just generalist armor-piercing unit. They should be able to get through the Corpse Guard. And the Phoenix Guard unit doesn't seem like there's many answers. Often vampires will have breath attacks or Buna. Manfred, does he have Buna? I don't think he does. He's got Spirit Leech, Doom and Darkness, Invo, and Raised Dead. Okay. So one White King surrounded. There you go. That's going down right there. Dionysian, so the vanilla Total Tavern website is a little bit outdated because myself and others have been hosting tournaments on the alpha version, so it's not getting the most up-to-date tournament data. Secondly, there are a couple of hosts who host tournaments on their own platforms and like Challenge and things like that, so it doesn't always get all the data. But once we get this new website up and I think get some good grinding in, you're going to see the true win rate of various factions. Also on the new Total Tavern website, it's going to track the win rate based on the elo of players. So you can see if like lower elo players are bringing down the win rates of factions that otherwise in the hands of good players are much stronger. So there is that. So yeah. All right, Power Baldness is going here. Larry's going to come back, provide a little bit of action. Archers are able to light up those Cairn Wraiths. And the Vampires are trying to win out in the middle, but that's a beautiful Star of Avalorn right there. Getting the Oceanids topped off. Not topped off, but good HP. The Keepers of the Flame as well are going to be cooking it up. But Vampires are kind of in on trying to get this back point. Is there going to be another Arcane Unforging? There is. Very nice. So Manfred is healing capped now. And oh, a bird! A huge freaking bird coming in, bro. The Frost Phoenix. So if anything could finish off Manfred, it's going to be him. Chilling Aura, lower speed. And yeah, if he can catch Manfredo, it's going to be pretty big. But it looks like he opts to stay and not chase Manfred. Manfred going to be sent back into the woods while we do see Mr. Adler pulling his value lead even further up. There you go. Keepers of the Flame grinding it out, and they're winning. I mean, the elves are winning the grind here, guys. They're doing very, very well. This is pretty interesting. Manfred has been, you know, efficient enough this game. He's got about 1,800 value, but hasn't been terribly devastating. The Oceanids are pretty clutch, and one White King is going to be sent in the trash can here. This must be very, a lot of catharsis here for Mr. Adler, taking down these dreaded White Kings with their obnoxious freaking Scab Scrath. Holy shit. This guy's crumbling, negative 19, so his HP is going to be diminishing. Manfred going to be skulking into the woods, just doing over here to do some evil, evil things. I would guess they're going to be extremely evil. And yeah, Archer's a little bit tied down by the Vargeist. 2 Archers here, though, in reserve. Can definitely lay into them and do some big damage. That tree line there is a bit of a problem. I know what you guys want. I know it lurks in the hearts of man. So basically, he needs to get this Archer and this Archer. He needs to shoot up and maybe try and drag down some of these bad boys. That has got to be the play. All right, objective number 2, owned still by the High Elves. The Company of Calendarian, Phoenix Guard, and Rangers are now up in the fight. Manfred playing in the danger zone here, actually getting run down by a couple Reavers. He's got 1,000 HP, so every little bit of damage Manfredo takes is going to be substantial. Now, High Elves might be out of Winds of Magic. I don't know. We've seen some Earthbloods. I think 1 Earthblood, and then the rest were Arcane Unforgings, but 1 more Arcane Unforging would probably end Manfred's career. In the woods, we got Crypt Ghouls, but Rangers can probably keep them honest. The Archer line able to move up and drop some Hot Thunder here on the Vargeist, so not bad at all. See you later, Anakin. Take care, man. Thank you for joining. And Larry gets Spirit Leeched. She probably still has, I think, 1 more charge of Star of Avalorn. It's a double charge, if I'm not mistaken. I don't play High Elves too often, so I'm pretty sure it's 2 charges. Where the hell is that? Where is that? What in Tarnations? He's out. Okay, no more Star of Avalorn charges. Okay. The bows singing in the deep, unleashing quite a bit on the Vargeists, and the Vampire Counters don't have the gas anymore. They're kind of out of gas. They got some Haggard Chaff units coming in, but the Elves actually, this is a rarity, by the way. Seeing an Elvish army able to keep Archers online against Vampires is very uncommon. So shout out to Mr. Adler, doing a very good job with that. And yeah, he is lighting up the Vargeist. But they will jump 1, but where they target 1, the others can crossfire and provide supporting fire. Larry also being a magic damage aura here is so dank, dude. Like, all the High Elf army here is doing magic damage right now. So the Cairn Wraiths that Max invested in just end up being kind of bad. Not very effective there in that particular blob fight. Still good in the matchup, but in that particular fight, not great. Reaver's coming over, trying to intercept the Vargeists, and it looks like Rangers fighting the Crypt Ghouls on the wings. Let's see who's going to win this fight. 4,000 HP against 5,000, but the bonus force infantry and the Phys Res do make a big deal. So we'll have to check back in. The stat difference is pretty substantial between those units as well, but poison is there as well. Manfred and Larry both very beat up, but that Oceanid brick is going to be tough, and for the first time in the game, it looks like we potentially are going to be seeing Mr. Adler passing him in points. Archers are going after Manfred. You know, that's not something you expect, but Manfred hemorrhages a couple hundred HP. He is heavily armored. Manfred has like 100 armor. Very raid bossy. But yeah, 736 HP. Archers are going to probably not connect super well. Another Spirit Leech activated, as the bird is the word, and the bird is going to be hunting him down. Capture Weight does flip to Count Chocula and the Vampire Counts. Manfred gets charged, 370 HP. Manfred going down is going to be devastating. The Vampire Count leadership will crumble, and Manfredo goes down. The end times have been averted. GG, well played, and yeah, man, nice comeback, because that beginning was rough, too. Those double Scab Scrats were just so awful for the Elves. Just like literally just 800 value gone. And then, you know, and probably more as well. But he was able to outtrade over the course of the game. The Elite Infantry did really well. The Oceanids did really well. It was just a nice performance all around. Larry, about 2,700. And yeah, Phoenix Guard did great. Oceanids did really good too. And the Bird was a menace. He came in, got it done. And the Vampires have been banished to the Shadow Realm for now. All right, guys. GG, well played. So let's go ahead and get ready for the next game. And we are going to refresh it. Let's see who we got. So Maximilian beat Christopher. Adler is now playing Darren Dimwitz. The Greenskins, this is all actually, in some ways, I'm a big fan of Maximilian. I think he's an awesome player and a really cool dude. But for the sake of the tournament, seeing Greenskins not just get auto lose is kind of a little bit of a better experience. So this ends up being a win in a way. Yeah. So let's do that. The Bird was the word, dude. It came in, did some work. Yeah, Adler's still chilling here in this lobby. He must be talking to him. So Adler versus Darren. All right. So fun matchup. High Elves Greenskins. It's a cool one. Let's get that going. And then Danikin hanging in there. Probably just burning through those it will be one sec. The greenskin player might need to drop, which is fine, because then we would just go straight to the grand finals. But I'm gonna see if he wants to. To you, dog. Okay. So now we get to test this. So it's going to be Adler's. We're just going to the grand finals, guys, which is fine. It kind of, that also works out too, because poor Janikin has been waiting there for like 45 minutes to an hour or so. It's the nature of double elim tournaments. In some ways, I love double elim, because if I'm in the finals of a double elim tournament, like in Grubby's tournament, when I got to the grand finals, I got to just sit and chill and relax, and, you know, while they're having to sweat in the pits. Let's see here. So finals. Advance on dog. Go straight to finals. Want to keep. Okay. You don't. Okay, so let's get that. We got the invites going out to the players. So Adler is here. And as an admin, how can I do this? Let us see. Perfect. Okay, so we're all set. So it's going to be Mr. Adler in the grand finals. And I will report this. And we can do a victory here. Okay. So if I want to drop him, let's see how this actually plays out. I don't want to break the brackets. I guess I'll try it later. But I guess what better time to test it? I don't know if Marshall is still here. Although let's try right now. So if I go to the signups and I go to freaking him and I drop him, let's see what that looks like. Darren Dimwit. So we drop him. Their current match will be forfeited. The opponent receives the win and they will not be paired. Yeah, confirm. Nice. Now let's see if that feature works. Oh, dude, don't worry about it. Get some rest, man. I appreciate you playing, dude. High Elves Ogres is a fun final. It is a fun old final. All right, so the map is going to be what? We have the grand finals map is going to be... Okay, let me tag these guys. Okay, so map will be... it's a... Cave and Blasphemous Snowfields. You ban first map. Okay, fun. I'm giving them 3 maps to make it a little bit more of a fair finals. Yeah. And here we are. Yeah, nice and sweet 3-hour stream, man. It's the spot. And here we go. Here we freaking go. Doom Kings are pretty good in multiplayer. I think they're a solid faction. They're not like, you know, meta punishers or anything, but they're good. They are good. All right, outstanding. So they're going to play Blasphemous Snowfields. That is the map that the 2 champions have decided on. Ogre Kingdoms versus High Elves. This is kind of a neat one. Yeah. 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 It's going good. I was able to, dude, it's so much, hosting tournaments is so much better on this website. I feel like we could even, now that we have like the basic tournaments, like working, we could probably consider making this website go live soon and just like patch it up as we go, you know, because if like the basic functionality is working, then we can probably port it over like and just flesh out the little things and fix things as we catch it. I think that would be fine. Yeah, we'll see. Chad, you're asking, how do new YouTubers motivate themselves? Oh, it's got, you know, cover something you're passionate about, obviously, you know? Yeah, and obviously a big thing for people who want to get into YouTube is don't freaking quit your, or streaming or whatever. Don't quit your day job until whatever you're doing streaming or creation wise is enough to support you, man. There's a lot of people who do that. They just like, I'm going to go all in on YouTube, and then they just like, burn through all their savings, and it's a story as old as time. Yeah. You get a random doubles draw for tournaments? I'm not sure what you mean. You got a high elf first Bretonnia old world game tomorrow. Time to shake dice. Hell yeah, man. Watch out for the high elf dragons. Well, you're high elves. Okay. So you're just gonna bring like a fat star dragon and just be a menace and hope he doesn't roll the 6th on his monster slayer. Is that how that's gonna play out? You got some green knight? Yeah. All right then. We will see. Yeah, congrats. Yeah, and honestly, yeah, consistency's big. Being consistent, not being discouraged. I like my first couple months. It was just obviously a hobby. I just did it because I thought it was fun, and yeah, consistency is big, man. Don't just like go for like a month and be like, this isn't working. Like give it a little more time. I would say if you're serious about it. Yeah. So you don't get. You've been hosting doubles tournaments. Adding a random draw for partners would be fun. Oh yeah, okay. I think the fun of a 2v2 tournament though is playing with your friend. Yeah. For me, that's always seems to be the case. Like play with a homie. So, but we could do random draws. Yeah, it's an idea. Star Trek. I hate playing. Oh my god, dude. I have a friend who plays High Elves and I play Empire, and like I will have my 3 cannons shoot at it, and he just makes like one of the worst feelings in the game is to like shoot all your army at a Star Dragon, and not like you either misfire or you just freaking fail to wound it. It makes its 5-up invuln or its regen saves, and it's just so toxic. Oh god, I hate it. It's just like I don't think like big monsters in old world should be able to stack freaking ward save stuff. Like I don't like that. Like a dragon having like a 2-up save or a 3-up save and then having a 5-up 5-up is just so toxic. Oh god, I hated it. I used to play a lot of tournaments and that was it. Like the meta was like a chaos player using some monster shit and then like a chaos lord on a dragon, or a high elf player using double dragon with like only Reaver cavalry. It's just so troll. Yeah, it's so troll. An old game I played did a thing where it's paired. Yeah, that's kind of an interesting Dionysian. We could do something like that. 8th edition was so different. I played High Elves a lot and remember several deaths by cannons. And look, it can happen, but it's like, yeah. How many cannon shots? Like somebody did the math on how many cannon shots you need to kill a Star Dragon Prince. And it's just like absurd. It's like absurd. Yeah. I really don't like Hero Hammer. Hero Hammer is one of my least favorite things in tabletop gaming in general. Like I like having a strong hero, but like what's cool about 40k is like you get these raid bosses like Mortarion and Gilliman and things like that. Oh, are they? Oh, they're ready. Sorry, I was facing out. But like they die quickly. Like Mortarion is tanky, but like a 40k army can blast them off the table, right? And same for like the Imperial Knights. It's not like in old world. Its shooting is so like rough. Like powder weapons hit on like 6s usually, and freaking cannons are just like so inconsistent with the scatter. Oh, I know infantry bricks can beat dragons, but Empire infantry bricks aren't very good. Yeah, they're not very good. And the dragons can outmaneuver your infantry bricks and terror route you too. So it's like there's so much working against you. Dude, the guy who won the most tournaments when I was playing tabletop, I won a couple tournaments with Chaos Dwarves. I won one with Empire, but it was a very small one, so I don't really count it. The guy who was winning the most consistently was a high elf player. He just abused double Star Dragon and would just like outmaneuver you. And like you would have to reform your infantry units, and you couldn't like charge or tie down the dragons. Like good dragon players will not get their dragons caught by infantry bricks. They're going to fly around your flanks and dive your squishy elements. It's hard. Yeah, the key to streaming is being able to draw wieners. That's right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the grand finals of today's tournament. And also, one last thing. What I'm saying is the frickin' for Old World is relevant to the previous. I'm talking about when it came out. I haven't played much since the updates. Yeah. Yes. All right. So, Elithanar is here. Double Reavers to grab the objective. And the mainline army is going to be Spearmen into the Sunset. with archers on the backfield and some firecasters here as well. Holy shit, Habaha, god damn. Had a long period recently of not so good times, but I got steady income, my best friend, and the coolest lady ever as my smoking hot wife. And living a good, hey man, thanks for keeping rolling during the down days. Your vids were always a bright spot. I got you, man. That is incredibly generous. And again, if you're ever financially strapped or tight, just don't feel like you need to donate. Just being here watching is enough. But thank you, dude. Holy shit, thank you, man. And all the best to you and your smoking hot wife. That is what it's all about right there. All right. Cheers, cheers. So thank you so much for the donation. And we will carry on our wayward son. There will be peace when you are done. Okay, so spears into the sunset, backed up by Silver and Guard as well as archers. And a metal caster is going to be here as well with Plague of Rust. Aside from that, guys, it is going to be a legion of ogres, my lord, and the ogre lord is going to be Scrag. And we do also have Golg and a Stonehorn as well. So Stonehorn's still a menace. The Stonehorn of Morn. Is that what it's called? Yeah, those things are rad. Really high missile resist on it. A Lithanar, Archer build, Plague of Rust. Very cool. I mean, that's... I really like Adler's style, man. Adler's got a pretty fun high elf style. You're jealous of all these smoking hot wives. They're taking over. That's right, man. That is right. Smoking hot wives are important, yeah. Hey, man, seriously, one last time, thank you so much. That is an insanely generous donation, and thank you for supporting the old man here. Thank you, thank you. All right. Reavers kiting the Pigback Riders. The High Elves are going to be doing an Archer slow push build. Oh, he also has a Firecaster, so he's got a Metal Caster as well as a Firecaster, so homie's going to be rocking both those guys. Yeah. A little bit of cycle charging going down, but those are Pigback Riders, so they are spear, so charging into them isn't going to be as good. And of course, for those of you guys who are a little bit newer to the stream, Danikin is a former world champion. He did win a world championship before, so he's incredibly strong. And yeah, he is going to be taking objective 1 as the Snowhorn of Morn is going to be doing a flank collapse. So he's going to come through the trees and trample and kind of move down the formation right there. He's going to go for it. We'll have to see. Maddie, hey, time to restart my... Thank you so much, Maddie. I appreciate that. Thank you for being a member for 69 months, dude. Slanesh bless, dude. All frickin' day. All frickin' day. All right, archers are now unleashing, shooting into the Pigback Riders who do have fricking silver shields, which is pretty strong. Dragon Prince is going to be used as a crowd clearing unit, and a Lithanar, he should not be on fire at will. He needs to be making sure all of his shots are going into effective targets. Otherwise, he's not very good. And now the big dog is coming down from the hills. All right, so there he goes. I love this model. It's so freaking cool looking. Yeah, so he's cruising. He's going to be looking to try and trample some Silverins. He does get afflicted by Plague of Rust, so now the archer line is going to have to try and focus down that thing. He is going to be rocking... How much armor after the debuff? Oh my god. Glacial Defense! That gives him 60 armor, so it just cancels Plague of Rust. Plague of Rust straight up does nothing. Hey, Zogbad, thank you for becoming a member, dude. Thank you. Or subscriber. You're on Twitch. Thank you. Dude, friggin' Plague of Rust. Gets canceled out by the glacial armor. Now he's down to 50, but that was a really cool tech right there. Adler trying to hold it down here as Danikin and the High Elf forces do clash. High Elves are holding onto the home objective, but they are a little bit stuffed back right now. The Chunguses have gotten into the backfield right there. There they go, and they are packing a bit of a punch, I am sure. They're going to be fighting these Reavers. And what else do we got? Yep, Archer lines continuing to waste into the big monster, and honestly, doing good damage now. We do see Harmonic Convergence giving 30 armor when overcasted, which is... I've been playing this game for years, and I didn't even know that Harmonic Convergence gave armor. When it must be a new thing. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Up to 140 armor in that bad boy, and I would imagine the Ogre has no healing, actually. It's going to be Meat Feast, all right. Ogre Bull dual weapons going to be fighting Spearmen, and the onslaught does continue as a... Wind Blast going down on Silverin. Silverins do have really, really good magic resist, though, so they don't care too much about that. But archers are tied down here, and most of the archer lines are compromised. If we look, archers tied down, and this one is the only one that is still shooting at this point. Yes, yes. Value very, very close. The ogres do look like they're rampaging in the backfield pretty effectively. And the problem is a Lithanar is very vulnerable here, too. Any big ogre monster could probably kill him. So, for example, if the Snowhorn of Morn wants to go back there, it could absolutely bully him. And yeah, not killing the Snowhorn is going to be a problem. The High Elves have invested a ton of value in dragging down the big monster, and it's still living. So some of you guys might be wondering, like, like, oh, the value's close. Why does it look like the ogres are winning so much? I saw somebody in chat asking that. Well, a ton of the value on the high elves has come from dragging down this 2,200 gold monster, but unfortunately for them, this monster is still very much alive and still fighting effectively. So it's like in 40k when you get a big monster, you know, very low, for example. If you don't finish it, it's still going to do a lot of damage when it gets to clap back on you there. So, all right, and the Slaughtermaster is getting it done. Yeah, laying the hammer down on the Mage of Fire. So he's got his Haggard Peg Leg. It looks like he lost interest and is going to be going elsewhere. And on the backside, Boglars of the Mad Marsh are going to be coming out. Gold's Man-Eaters. Looks like they're going to be warding off those spears. But so far, it definitely looks a little bit better for the Chungus Kingdoms. They penetrated it into the archer lines pretty effectively. We do see these archers getting wrecked. Meat Feast, oh god, that feels so bad for the High Elves. Meat Feast is like one of the thickest frickin' heals in the game. Plague of Rust is activated here, but there's nothing to really capitalize on it, right? Yeah, sure, you have a Plague of Rust on the Snowhorn of Morn, but like there's no archers alive to shoot it. Some of the archers do rally in the back, and Daniken and Adler keeping the value close, but with that heal being taken into account, the Snowhorn of Morn is probably a little bit, you know, or not Snowhorn of Morn, but Daniken's a little bit ahead at this point. Saber Tusks being called in from Daniken, as well as Golg's Man-Eaters. These guys are really good at killing infantry, and they will be able to finish off these spearmen, so here they come. Clubs and axes out. They do have a kind of a combined arms profile. They have clubs, they have axes, they have swords. Yeah, they know how to do it. Some ogre just off camera running by. It was pretty funny. But they will win that fight. In the meantime, the big raid boss Snowhorn is just no match for the High Elves are no match for it. It's just rampaging through, terror routing High Elf units. I don't think they're going to be able to finish it. Elithanar is not, he is not that guy. You know, he is not that guy. I'm that guy, buddy. He's not that guy. He is going to use a little bit of ammo, maybe poke it a little bit, but this thing has built-in missile resist, thousands of HP, still has 5,000 left as well. And ladies and gentlemen, I think the High Elves are just kind of desperate mode right now, just piling in, but yeah, they're not winning this blob fight. Elithanar is not like a big Star Dragon character. Like Imrik, someone like that could come in and bully this thing and show it who's boss. Star Dragons would dominate it in a fight, but I love the build from Adler. I think it's awesome, and I really love the flavor of it, but I just think it's getting folded here a little bit. And the ogres are actually starting to flip the capture weight on the home point. Although Slaughtermaster getting sniped by Chad and R, yeah, could we see a beginning of a comeback? I don't know. It's going to be hard. The Slaughtermaster, though, most likely going to be chased into the abyss and routed off the battlefield, which is a big win. Although I suspect the Saber Tusks will come in from Daniken, using the dreaded Eastern European micro and save that and take that mage off, allowing the ogre character to come back. Here the objective is flipping. Pigback Riders are in. Gold's Man-Eaters are somewhere nearby as well. And the big Thunder Tusk, not Thunder Tusk, but the Stonehorn causing a ton of problems. Saber Tusk versus Reavers. Reavers going to trade pretty well there, but it looks like the Ogre Bull got a little separation, or the Ogre Lord. So there's a chance he could rally right now. We're going to have to come back, see what happens in the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Elithanar ripping another good shot. Looks like he is hitting the big man. Value on Elithanar is currently 700, so not great. Using all of your ammo, sitting at 700 value. Granted, he only costs like 1,000 or 800 gold. He's like dirt cheap when you don't bring his items. Archers are online. There are a couple of them unleashing, but the points are going to get out of control rather quickly here, as we do see the Chunguses getting soon to be 3 per second. Yeah. Although he is behind, High Elves did have the points advantage for a hot minute, it looked like. And will the Ogre Lord rally? I don't think they're going to be able to save him. It looks like the Ogre Lord is going to be broken off the battlefield. Could present an issue for Daniken, for sure. Noblar leadership will not be happy about that. And if anybody can come back, Mr. Adler certainly has a decent chance of doing that. So we'll see what he decides to do. I think did I play Adler in the tournament? Yeah, I did, right? I'm trying to think back. Yes, I played Adler in the tournament. In the war, I beat him. Okay, so if Adler wins, then technically I win the tournament. Yes, that's the math logic. Yeah, we won in round 1. So I you know, my ego is like, dude, you got to go get it. You got to get in there. All right. Mage of Fire creeping up, and on the outside, Elithanar is trying to hold the objective, but he's just going to get pounded by those Ogre Bull units. Elsewhere, yep, full rout. That's got to be game. I mean, the High Elves are just routed. They're in mass exodus right now as we see the big old Snowhorn probably just going to go right down the line in those Spearmen and their careers. High Elves have some Rangers, but the Ogre Bulls should be able to shut him down. And the Ogre Lord is a pretty easy unsummon. Okay, so he got 2nd place, so that means I'm 3rd place, technically. I'm taking it. No excuses. We're getting it. All right, guys. GG, well played. That was very, very fun. And, yeah. Good times. Good times. So Lithanar, a little bit lackluster. He was kind of a limp noodle that game. The High Elves just didn't have anything to deal with the mass. I think this build really wanted to have Fireborn. I think it really wanted to have like one, maybe Phoenix to help counter the big monster. It just didn't have the meat to really fight those big boys, you know? And for Daniken, yeah, it was good. I love the Man-Eaters, really fun. And the Snowhorn of Morn was badass to see. And overall, you know, pretty nice little aggressive build there from Daniken, former world champion, getting the job done. Hey, Turin, as a fan, I would like to gift memberships, but I can't. Is there something you can change? I don't know how to. I know some YouTube channels like have membership gifting. I don't know how to do that. I've looked on the back end and I have not been able to find it. It's a very strange thing. Yeah, I don't know, brother. I don't know. I'll try and get that. I'll get that sorted for you before the next stream, man. Thank you. Oceanids could have been good too. Yeah, a little bit of mass to keep those archers from just getting trampled over. It was a badass game though, really fun. So I hope you guys had fun tonight. So now that was the grand finals of the tournament. Yes. How do ogres counter literal all silver and guard spam? Noblars. You just tie them down with Noblar units and then you can attack them with other things. You can use your shooting, like lead belchers hard counter them, so you can go lead belchers and you're going to be able to mow those guys down as well. Yeah, the membership gifting on YouTube thing, I got to figure that out. It is very weird. It's very strange. All right, so let me check one thing before we wrap up tonight. There might be a little something I want to do. Let's finalize that tournament. Let's see if that works. Looks like it does. Great. Congrats to Daniken. A beast as always. And let me see what we can do here. I want to check something. Okay, so Warhammer 3, FFA. Marshall, are you still around, brother? I don't know if you're still lurking. Yeah, I'll test this off stream. It's going to take me too long to figure it out. All right, so guys, that's going to be it for tonight. I appreciate you all. If you enjoyed this stream, now's a great time to drop a like. It helps me out quite a bit. Helps keep this old engine going. So now would be a great time. And for those of you guys on Twitch, consider following if you enjoyed what you saw. Thank you so much to everybody and to all those of you who donated, especially the big fat chungus one coming into the end from Habba. Habba Hawk, thank you, man. And to all our new subscribers and members as well. All right, lads. GG, well played. Take care of yourselves. Go pet your dog, pet your cat. Tell your partner you love them. You know, call your parents, check in on them, see how they're doing. You know, all that stuff, man. All right, lads. See you around. That's it. GG, do widzenia, do jutra, miło mi. And yeah, that was a lot of fun, man. Hope you guys had a good time as well. I'll tell my cat I love them and pet my loved ones. Whatever works. You know, I ain't judging. Whatever you got to do, man. All right. See you around. And that is it for tonight.